The MCG of the Bush, Sandy Creek Recreation Reserve, for the first of 6 days of massive finals footy in the Duns Twin City Cranes TDFL. Great to have your company here on the pre-game show. Thanks to Bill Tilley, and Bill Tilley is proudly supporting local sport in Benambra. My name's Gus McLeod. Great to have you on the live stream, wherever you might be tuning in from, right across the globe. And joining me is a man that absolutely loves Sandy Creek. Sometimes I think he loves Sandy Creek more than his family. But what he's done in the last 24 hours just shows how much he loves both. Robbie McKinlay, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good day, Gussie. Great to be here. I must admit, about 3.5 hours ago when I'm still in Adelaide, thought maybe it's not going to happen, but to the Qantas pilot from Adelaide to Melbourne, and then from Melbourne to Albury, well done. I'll tell you what, when those things want to go, they can go. So we got here, which is great, and yeah, I would not want to miss this. This is what it's all about, and what about the day we've got turned on here, and yeah, very excited about the contest too. Chilton versus Barnawartha. Old rivals. It's game on. It
certainly is. On the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet this afternoon is David Dawson-Wink. Winky, welcome back to Sandy Creek.
Hello, Gussie. It's been a while since I've been out here, so the atmosphere out here is electric. We're going in for a cracking game of footy. The weather's perfect. The cars are parked up on the hills, so in for a good one.
And, of course, Mr. Tallangatta League himself, the voice of the Duns Twin City Cranes, TDFL, Scott Scooter Fraser. Merry Christmas, Scooter.
Yes, it's. I was going to say that to you this morning on the All-Rounders, mate, but firstly, on behalf of the TDFL executive and all of our member clubs, a welcome back and a thank you for being here and all of your cooperation in the last few weeks in getting this live stream up and about, and to all of our partners, but to AY, thank you guys, and we really look forward to the next 4 weekends, 6 games in total, or actually 9 games in total, including the other 3 grand final games of the 4th, 3rds and the 2nds. And let's hope that every day is 19 degrees and just a slight zephyr of wind about, and it's just like this.
The Chilton Swans, they are on the ground and ready to take their warm-up, of course. If you've just joined the broadcast, the bounce of the ball is 13 minutes away, right on 2:15 here at Sandy Creek. Winky, we know that both of these sides, they don't really like each other all that much, and they're going to lock horns this afternoon and play a really enthralling game of footy.
Well, we can only hope that we get a good game, Gussie, but they're very close to each other. The towns are not very far away at all, so plenty of guys would have gone to school with each other and whatnot and have a healthy rivalry, these two clubs. They've been pretty successful over the last few years, so going deep into the final series. Chilton have obviously won a few flags, but Barney's never too far away.
8 kilometres apart, as Gus looked up on Google Maps this morning. 6 minutes if you drive at the speed limit. I did say earlier...
4 if you're in a rush.
From October through to February or March, some of these guys are part of the Barnawartha Chilton Miners Cricket Club.
Yeah, they are joined, aren't they?
So, there's a few of them out there that lock horns during the footy season and then chase that silly red ball around on a hot Saturday afternoon at their cricket ground.
The umpires are making their way onto the field. Our field umpires this afternoon, Mike Fitzpatrick, Dave Ryan and Paul Stefanik, supported by the boundary umpires, Lucas Jordan, Max Whitsett, Austin O'Neill and Elliot O'Neill. And our goal umpires this afternoon, Scott Clayton and Anthony Lade, as the Barnawartha Tigers make their way onto the ground. And Scooter, the umpires have got pink socks on.
Yeah, I'm not sure why
right
that
under
is.
the bus there,
at the moment.
Right under the bus there.
I was just about to head down boundary side, but it's very colourful, isn't it? Lime green with pink. Look, reminds me of the 80s of Olivia Newton-John. Let's get physical.
Righto.
You'd have leg warmers like that, Robbie, wouldn't you?
Well, I used to look like, yes, I'm with you, Scoot.
On that note, get out of the box and get down to boundary level, of course, 10 minutes away from this major qualifying final between Barnawartha and Chilton. Of course, these sides finished 2nd and 3rd respectively. And Winky, you've done a big deep dive onto both of these two sides. Talk us through the Barnawartha Tigers, who finished in 2nd. Some tipped them to finish 2nd last this year, including some local write-ups. A lot of people put the line through the Barnawartha Tigers before the season even begun, and how all so wrong did they get it? Barney have finished 2nd in 2025.
Well, I was talking to Jared Farwell's old man as I come in, Gussie, and he reminded me that they were picked 9th in the Border Mail to finish, so it's something that certainly didn't go unnoticed amongst the Barnawartha faithful. But they've got some guns across the park. They've got Jared Farwell, obviously, he's a two-time Barton medalist. Oscar Wilding's come in and kicked close to 60 goals in his 10 games, 64 goals in 10 games. He's been a great pickup. They got some really good youngsters as well. Tommy Johnson's had a terrific season. Caden Withers as well. Come on. So Barnawartha red hot, and I'm sure they're going to put up a cracking contest today. The only side that's knocked over Kiwa this year, Gus.
Yeah, which is a remarkable feat in itself, isn't it? Just to have them coming into this finals campaign knowing that, yes, they're not going to look too far past today against the Chilton Swans, but just knowing in the back of their minds that their best is capable of beating the best in the Duns Twin City Cranes TDFL. And Big Mac, whilst the Chilton Swans, they just know how to win at Sandy Creek. Death, taxes, and Chilton playing good footy out here are three certainties in life. Yeah,
100% right, Gussie. They've gone deep on the last 3 seasons in particular, and 2 of those have been premiership seasons, and last year a loss to Kiwa Sandy Creek. But they look, I think there's a big reason behind that, Gus, is the style of football they play. And Winky, I made the comment last week to Gus and Scooter that they probably play a similar style of football as I've seen to an Osborne in the Hume League. Chilton play a very similar one. I think their ball movement is as good as anyone I've seen in the competition. Yes, Kiwa can match that, but I just love the way they move the ball, the Chilton Swans. And they seem to, anyone who comes into the side, they're all on the same page. They all seem to play the same way.
And that's a really, I think, good reflection on Brad Hibberson as a coach.
Yeah.
To be able to bring guys in from the reserves, and the reserves has gone deep in the last few years as well, so they've got really good depth. But to be able to bring someone in who plays a role, and when someone does go out injured, it's a really big tick for the coaching group and the Chilton players as well, because they obviously stick to a structure and play really good footy. I haven't seen a lot of Osborne play, but I've seen a lot of Chilton over the last few years, and yeah, well, if Osborne play like Chilton do, it's
a good rap, isn't it?
No wonder that they win flags every second year.
There's a player I'm really looking forward to see play on Sandy Creek Recreation Reserve for the first time this afternoon. Ovens and Murray superstar from the Albury Tigers, Braden O'Hara, was probably the prized recruit of the off-season coming from Tigerland to the Chilton Swans. He is made for games like today, Braden O'Hara.
This is a guy that's won 3 Sanford flags. This, that's before coming to the O&M.
Yeah.
I think he won 5 or 6 there as well. So this guy just wins flags, and you can tell he keeps himself in great condition. He's a gun, right or left foot. He hits targets. Where do you think he's going to play? Do they use him through the midfield, half back? He's a dangerous option up forward too. He kicked 50 goals, I think, one year there at Albury. So he can play anywhere, can't he?
Well, Winky, if you're going on last week, you'll probably play off half back.
Yeah.
And what he did, at times, he was able to get a little bit deeper in the midfield. And during the last quarter, and that was beautifully called by Gussie, he kicked a typical Braden O'Hara goal. He ran with the ball. He got just around about the 50-metre arc, and he just nailed this left foot drop punt. When on a day when a lot of the other players have been struggling with the crossbreeds.
Well, Rutherglen kicked 3 goals, 17.
3-17, and, did it cost them a spot in the finals? Who knows? But Chilton were very good last week, and that's the thing about... I thought O'Hara off half-back flank was just sensational last week, Gus.
Yeah, I tend to agree, Robbie, but I just think he's a magnet that if it's not working at half-back or Chilton aren't getting as much bang for buck as they would like, they can put him anywhere and he'll have an impact. I reckon we'll see him have some spurts on the ball today, trying to win some centre clearances, get the ball going their way, but I expect him to hit the scoreboard as well. That's a massive part of Braden O'Hara's game, which cannot be underestimated, David.
Yeah, and like we said, he's kicked 50 goals in an Ovens and Murray season before, so he's definitely no slouch and can kick them from anywhere.
We do have some breaking news on the selection table. Robbie, I believe you've got some big news about the Barnawartha forward.
The interchange, the emergency name is Declan Rocco. He'll come in.
And that's a massive loss from their goal-kicking perspective, Winky, isn't it? What were his numbers for the year, Jack Chesser?
Well, he's kicked 48 goals for the year from 16 games, but he won the league goal-kicking last year. But with Oscar Wilding coming into the side, he's gone into the midfield a lot more. And I watched the guy up at Midder who films the games, gives us a bit of stuff to watch coming into this finals series. So I watched the game against Barnawartha and Midder probably a month or so ago, And Jack Chester was playing in the midfield a hell of a lot.
Yeah,
Similar to a Lockie Murphy-Dale when he goes in there, getting the clearances, bustling forward, and then running forward and getting on the end of it. He's a huge loss to the Tigers, and it puts a lot of pressure on Oscar Wilding in his first game out at Sandy Creek.
Whilst there are 6 changes for the Chilton Swans, 5 have come into effect for today's game. The biggest one of the lot is the vice-captain, Mitch Hemming, will miss today's game with a nasty hamstring injury that he picked up last week. The lineup is Ashton Brooks for the Chilton Swans. Jake Cooper's into the side alongside Kyle McGee, and Ben Gould returns for his first finals campaign with the Chilton Swans. For JJ's Waste and Recycling, Scott Scooter Fraser is boundary side on the hallowed turf of the MCG of the Bush.
Yeah, beautiful down here at the moment, boys. If you can look to your left, you can see the flags going straight across the ground. So no real goal advantage. Brad Del Bosco, captain of Barnawartha, elected heads in the coin toss. He won, and they'll be kicking to the right of the screen to the Pony Club end or the equestrian end. And Benny Mason's team will obviously go the other way to the Lockhart's Gap Road end.
David Wink, you've got the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet in front of you. Who are the names that we're keeping tabs on this afternoon?
So for Barnawartha, we'll go the 2-time Barton medalist in Jared Farwell, and then he's had a terrific season. We'll also take in Big Moose Quinn. He's lost about 15 kilos over the off-season, had a career best year, Big Moose. Then Tommy Johnson is one that I've got a bit of insight, has had a terrific year. He's got the bleach blonde hair, so makes him pretty easy to pick out as well. And then the skipper, Brad Del Bosco, just gets it done each and every week. And then Connor Whiffen as well on the Mac Jack Sheds stat sheet for Barnawartha. And then for Chilton, Benny Mason, that man, Braden O'Hara. Ben Jones, a young fella you were really impressed with last week, Gussie, brother of Brian, Brad Hibberson, Ashton Brooks, and Dion Gleeson as well for the Chilton Swans.
Brother of Brian, off to a good start there, David Wink. Some around the grounds, thanks to NZ in Albury and the Ovens and Murray. Their game's kicked off. Myrtleford lead 2 straight to the North Albury Hoppers. 8 behinds, or 1-2-8, I should say, in the big game up at the McNamara Reserve. Some other scores: the Rovers lead Wodonga 20-0. Lavington lead Corowa 13-1. It's a soccer game at the JC Low, 3-0. Yarrawonga lead the Raiders, and the Albury Tigers trail Wangaratta by 5 points. Righto, let's take a deep dive into this game. Robbie McKinlay, who are you expecting to win? These are 2 sides that you've seen play a lot of footy over the venue and over the years. You and I have called these 2 sides regularly from this very position. Talk us through how you think the game's going to play out.
Well, one thing I've learned about both these sides, Gus, is that the moment you think about writing them off or they might not be a chance, they tend to turn up.
Yeah.
And that's Beechworth are the same. And something about this Tallangatta League, you cannot write sides off. I think sometimes we see the qualifying final as one of the most entertaining matches of the whole final series. These 2 teams, I think, will probably run into each other again at some stage. It might be in a fortnight's time. I am going to stick with Chilton. Just what I saw last week, I just like the way they moved the ball. I haven't seen Barney this year, so I've just got to stick with what I know. Chilton in a thriller.
Pre-game here, thanks to Bill Tilley. Of course, Bill Tilley, he's backing Benambra.
Good on him.
And local.
I just can't think that they're going to come out and just play their pants off today. So I'm sticking with the Barney young fellas.
David Wink on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet.
I'm going to go Barney by...
Oscar Wilding. Here we go on TDFL live from the MCG of the Bush. It's the qualifying final, 1 minute away from the bounce of the ball. Both sides are in their respective positions. We'll get Scooter Fraser to keep tabs on a couple of the respective matchups. that we're looking forward to see playing out this afternoon. Umpires for this afternoon's game, Mike Fitzpatrick will get proceedings underway with Dave Ryan and Paul Stefanik. And our callers this afternoon, David Wink on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet, boundary side, Scott Scooter Fraser, myself, Gus McLeod. And I don't know what year you won the Barton medal, Robbie, but it was a bloody long time ago. From the Holbrook Football Club, he's going to be calling the action this afternoon thanks to Elders Rural. Sharon's in the air. Welcome back to Sandy Creek. Here's Robbie McKinlay, the original, at the MCG of the Bush.
Great to be back. McGee got the tap, but straight away out of the middle of the ground. It was kicked forward by Buddha Withers. Down the forward. Running in hard there was Brad Del Bosco. He couldn't take a ball that was very low below his knees, but a very enterprising start there. So boundary throw in, 70 metres around from the Barnawartha goal. Now kicking to the right of our screen to the Pony Club end, or the equestrian end, whatever you like to call it. It's a nice start for the boundary umpire too. McGee got the tap, put it at the feet of Brad Hibberson, and he was tackled there by Seamus Quinn.
Big Moose.
Big Moose. He's done the tackling, Gus, and he's going to have to do the rucking again here. So he'll go back for another go as the Big Moose. He got his hand on the ball too, nicely. Hurry kick, high up and under. Brooks will mark for Chilton at half-back. He relieves a bit of early pressure. Great
outdoors mark of the day. Go and see Churchy and the boys on Wagga Road in Lavington. Busting off half-back there is Luff. Got a 1-2. Trying to find a teammate in Cooper, who kicks long down the line for the Swans. Sitting in the hole was Pryor. Couldn't quite reel it in. And it goes out. Swans will go boundary side. JJ's Waste and Recycling. Scooter Fraser, he's amongst the action.
Yep, you've mentioned the ruck contest of Quinn and McGee. I had a look down the forward line there. The back line, O'Hara and Sam Johnson. Oscar Wilding's got Dion Gleeson on him, and Cohen Trujillo's following Brad Hibberson so far.
Moose Quinn on hands and knees for Barney. Farwell applies a big pole driving tackle in for the Barney Tigers.
One bloke you wouldn't want to get tackled by too often, Gussie.
No, Ben Gould will feel that one tomorrow. Up goes the Sharon. Quinn won the tap, roved nicely to the top of the goal square by Vandermeer. Spilling out towards the boundary line. Happy to take it there is Lockie Walker. And it's a boundary throw-in. 15 metres out from Chilton Swans goal as we go to David Wink on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet.
The one inside 50 apiece here. Pretty scrappy start, but it'll open up soon, I'm sure.
Here we go. 25 out, Doolin for Chilton is tackled straight away. So Tommy Johnson and co. So Pryor back in the gold square, all on his own. And we go again. Sits 30 out. Good tackle. Brought to ground was Quinn. No free kick paid. And umpire Dave Ryan. He's going to ball it up. Sits 30 metres out from the Chilton goal. No score here. Tapped. Might have been a high one there. I think it is. And umpire Dave Ryan hasn't missed that one. Free kick will go the way of Barnawartha. Gussie at half-back. Looks like Brody Scammell's got it.
He's going to go via hand as the ball's in the hands of Pritchard now. Long down the line, and he finds Tom Hansen, who's been in career best form, the veteran. His kick down the line was okay. Under the pressure here is Trujillo. Now it's back to Farwell, the two-time Barton medalist. Long down the line, trying to find Quinn. Nice pick up there from Daly, but he's footy smart. See it across for a boundary throw in here in the first term. Thanks to Elders Rural scoreboard, he's locked at 0 apiece for the Commercial Club in Albury. And a good afternoon to everyone tuning in to our live stream this afternoon. Thanks to NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing. All 400 of them tuning in this afternoon. Whiffin inside 50 for Barnawartha. High up and under. Lappin sat in the hole for the Swans. Nice tackle applied on Luke Daly. And the umpire calls for it. We'll ball it up 45 metres out from Tigers goal.
Yeah, big inclusion of Chilton side today is Benny Gould. Has had first year here. Now here's a quick snap by Sammy Johnson. High up and under. Dion Gleeson will be first in the vicinity. Now the boundary line will beat him. And in a rule that I think will eventually come in the AFL, Gussie, that ball would have been kicked back in by the Chilton defenders. Because,
last touch?
Yeah, I like it. I really do like it. I've watched a lot of Sandful this year, and it's a good rule. Good cheer there for the boundary umpire. McGee from over the back got his hand on the ball. Spence was there, so was Brad Del Bosco. Slid a handball, didn't find anyone. Shannon was there, and over the back is a Lappin, and he's bundled over the boundary. I'm going to have first little bit of argy-bargy for the afternoon, Gus, and that tiger of a young man, boundary umpire, will flick the ball back into play. It's no score here. We've gone 4.5 minutes.
Deep into Tigers territory. In the ruck was Wilding. Give it to McGee. And clearing defensive lines is Gleeson. Nice kick for the Swans. Vandermeer feeds it on to Gould, who goes long down the line for the Swans. Working his way up to the centre line. And the centre wing position is Pryor, I should say. Chipping over the top. He found his teammate there in Quinn. I think he's marked it inside the field of play. And
not good news.
Braden O'Hara's coming to the boundary line. Scoop, we'll keep tabs on that one. We'll go to you shortly as the Swans go inside 50. Anson went the double fist. Falls into the hands of Brooks for the Swans. Feeds it backwards. Nice defensive pressure from the Barney boys, and coming in is Brody Scammell. Boundary side is Scooter Fraser. Braden O'Hara has come from the ground for the Chilton Swans.
Yeah, looking very much like a tight right calf, boys. He's laying down on his stomach looking for a rub, but not looking good at the moment.
So busting through, an angle kick on goal here for the Chilton Swans. Shot on the way, and it's missed to the right-hand side. And it looked like the player down there trying to pick him up. His term, it might have been Brad Hibberson. We get a spot on him. So the first score is on the board. Vandermeer, in fact, it was Vandermeer. So the first score, they've given it a goal, but that's only a behind. But yeah, the only thing that might be a positive here for Chilton, we have seen Braden O'Hara in the past, Gussie, sometimes comes off very early in games. We saw it during his Ovens and Murray career just to get a rub. Let's just hope that works out.
Fingers crossed. Wishful thinking, Robert. Long down the line go the Barney boys up towards our broadcast position. Lappin unlucky not to win himself a free kick. Here's Johnson. Sam that was holding the ball. Free kick to the Chilton Swans. That was a great rundown tackle. I reckon Lappin might have been a little bit lucky there not to give away a free kick. They come inboard. Luff marks the ball. The kick come nicely from Will Shannon. Luff, the ruckman now converted to centre half. Back goes short to Brooks. Now Lappin. Overlapping handball, didn't quite hit the target. Smothered on the way through by Johnson. Luff's under the pump now. We've got a whistle for a hold.
Yeah.
Dave Ryan's found one. Bit of argy-bargy here. Trujillo's not overly impressed by the decision. And it's a free kick to the Swans. It's going to be Will Shannon for Chilton. He's going to send him long down the line. Not the best kick of the Sharon. Wouldn't be showing that to any youngsters coming through the ranks. On hands and knees, Doolan fed it backwards. Hibberson. In fact, it's Vandermeer on the left, inside 50. Finding some space here is Adam Pryor. And I reckon this might test him for distance, Scoot, for JJ's waist.
He's got the breeze right behind him, so if he sets it up on that left post, he'll get the distance.
So you can see how tight up the angle is on our pitches, brought to you by Wangarun Indigo Computers. And Jace Mannering shooting today's game, doing a great job. In comes Pryor, starts it to the left. Breeze didn't assist it enough. It's another minor score. On the Commercial Club Albury scoreboard, Chilton, they've got two of them. They lead two behinds to Barney yet to score. We've got David Wink, thanks to Mac Jack Sheds.
Ashton Brooks started this one good, in good form. He's had the 3 early touches on the Mac Jack Sheds stat sheet.
So they're quick to play on. Jack Robinson. It's not but Scammell's got the player out there on the far side of the ground. His kick is a dribbling type of kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. True centre wing, right in front of the magnificent electronic scoreboard and the Duns Twin City Cranes. There's 3 of them out there today, is it, Gussie?
Only 2, I think.
Or 2?
Yeah. Oh.
3. There you are. Magnificent side here, all big part of finals actions here.
3 cranes, 2 flags.
So anyway, Hibberson kicks the ball back in for Chilton to centre half forward. Fist from behind was good. Mason was there. Couldn't get his hands on the footy. Robinson was working hard there. Out the back here. Here comes Tommy Johnson for Barnawartha. Kicks the ball to centre wing. Gleeson was good. Took a mark. Looks to play on quickly. Hasn't got a lot of options. Barney got a lot of players back. Gleeson goes long. The target there is Pryor. He's got to beat a couple. Ball goes over the back here. Pryor was good. Got his hands on the ball. Held up in the tackle. And it'll be, give it to me, the umpire says. 40 out from the Chilton Gold. They lead 2 points to nothing. That is on the Commercial Club scoreboard. And we're doing this one for Elders Rural.
Hope you're enjoying the first term here at TDFL Live. Busting his way through that pack there was Quinn for the Swans. Barnawartha try and keep it alive. Nice hands there from the captain, Brad Del Bosco. They now come in board dangerously through the Barney Football Club. Under the pressure there is Cooper. Feeds it back to Lappin. Coming through the corridor for Chilton on the right. Inside forward 50. Gould went back courageously. So too did Whiffen for the Barney Tigers. Anson wants the boundary line. Gets it there with some assistance from Vandermeer out of bounds. for a boundary throw-in. We'll go to Scooter Fraser for JJ's waist.
Braden O'Hara has had that right calf heavily taped. He's stretching a bit. I think we'll know within seconds of him getting back out there whether it's going to last.
With the double chance, you just wonder whether it's worth the risk, Robbie.
Yeah, I think Scoot nailed it. They may run him out, and he'll let them know pretty soon how that's all going to pan out.
I reckon if he does go back out there, straight to the goal square for Brado.
Could be, yeah. It's a fair shout too. Could be a good one to play alongside Adzi Pryor there. So we've got a ball up. It's still inside the Chilton forward 50. Big tap by Moose Quinn, and it will be another boundary throw-in. So I would have thought maybe dominating inside 50s for 40 Winks.
Yeah, 5 inside 50s to Chilton, and Barnawartha's 2, but they're holding their ball inside their forward half at the moment.
Quinn, nice tap. Doolan was there. Tries to extract it out. He does somehow. Intercepting. It works out okay now. Through the way they go off half back. And it was Trujillo who kicked it again. And once again, we've got another boundary throw on that scoreboard side, which is being favoured by the breeze out there. And we'll see a little bit of football out there. 10 minutes have gone. It's Chilton 2 leading Barney 0, and they're really trying to sort themselves out here, aren't they, Gussie?
All thanks to Simo and the boys at Japo Donks. Of course, your number one in Wodonga for tyres. Long kick down the line, go the Swans. Nice work from Anson, crumbed well by Jones, but he's going to be done for holding the ball. Free kick to Barnawartha, and this is going to be Tom Johnson, who wants to switch in the pocket. Pritchard, dangerous looking ball, finds Lockie Walker. He's under the pump here, Lockie Walker. Should have done a little bit better than that. Ball comes out wide now in the hands of Withers at half back for Barney. Long down the line, sitting in the hole is Daly. Good use of the knee. Brought it down to ground level. Luff, back to Lappin, under the pump. The voice come from Cooper. Cooper fed it back to Lappin. Lappin's going to have to get rid of this quickly. Throws it on the non-preferred. Just touched by Daly. No, umpire says out of bounds on the full. Great pressure from the Barnawartha Tigers. The ball's in the hands of Robinson. So Jack on the right boot, up the centre half forward. Big pack forms. Good mark taken from Josh Spence. On the left, inside 50, Wilding. Couldn't quite bring it to ground. Made a good effort. Gleeson did a good job for the Swans. Big crunching tackle. Umpire's got whistle in mouth. He said no prior. No prior to Connor Whiffen. Umpire's going to ball it up 40 metres out, directly in front. This has been Barney's best look in the first term for Elders.
Yeah, they have, yeah. Good signs there. Josh Spence, ever dangerous on that left foot. And umpire Dave Ryan says, Benny Mason, you had no prior opportunity. And I'm going to fling that one back up. Jack O'Connor, the tackler. Typical redhead, a little bit fiery. So it'll be Buddha Withers is lurking around here, looking for a few crumbs. It might come his way. No, it goes out the back. Hurry kick off half back. And a chance here. Good mark taken here by Brad Hibberson. Half back. Chilton lead 2-0. 12 minutes gone. He goes backwards. Goes back a long way here to Luke Daly. If he gets a bad bounce here, there's going to be a lot of pressure. He's able to gather. Gleeson was good with voice and also support. A little chipping kick. Tied to the boundary line. Brooks, I think it is there. Through traffic was really good. Luff couldn't handle a tricky one. We're going to have a boundary throw in about 70 metres around from the Barnawartha goal. Scooter Fraser boundary side for JJ's Waste and Recycling.
Bit of messing around there by the Chilton boys in the back line. They should have just gone straight down this wing. We've got a free kick here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is it going to go the way to Chilton?
Tom Johnson's given it away against Ben Mason.
Just threw him to the ground.
Did he?
Yep.
That's not nice.
Well, and Penn's a really nice guy too.
Yeah.
Well, clearly not according to Tom Johnson. Here's Mason, switches it, and he finds Gleeson, who's got a massive job today, the assistant coach. Going to have to combat a big role in Oscar Wilding. Barney via Anson inside 50. There is the man, Wilding. 1, 2, 3 bites of the cherry, snapping from the pocket. Wilding. Woo. Geez, he'd like that moment back again, Big O. Just landed in his lap a little bit too quick. Barney on the board with a minor score on the Commercial Club Albury scoreboard. And Chilton will kick in from full-back after 13 minutes. Only 1 point separate these two sides, and we've yet to have a major.
Luke Daly plays on, kicks well. Ben Mason has to handball to Lappin. Gives it back to Mason. He's under pressure immediately from Johnson. Good tackle by Tommy Johnson. And that's going to be those. Well, good umpiring. Dave Ryan was able to force that play out. Whiffen, quick handball. Inside is Del Bosco. Driving kick. Daly from behind. Got a fist. Gathered. Here's a chance. Josh Spence. Left foot snap on goal. misses to the near side. Scores a level here in the qualifying final. 2-2 in the first quarter for Elders Rural. Winky, what do you got for us, mate, on the stats sheet for 40 Winks?
Well, after Chilton took the control with the forward 50s early in this game, Barney have evened it up with 5 apiece at the moment.
From fullback, Daly goes short to Hibberson. The brothers-in-law link up. Short chipping ball to Vandermeer, who's been busy early for the Chilton Swans. Worked his way up to half-back. In front of our broadcast position, long down the line. Doolan's come up the ground, nice fist. Coming in was Will Pritchard. And out of bounds right in front of Scoot for JJ's waist.
Yeah, very hot ball, and we're just seeing what the young Barney boys are all about. If they just get it and go, those inside 50s have got them back in the game.
So a boundary throw in. True centre wing, broadcast side of the MCG, the Bush, first term thanks to Elders. And it's a nice boundary throw in. Out the back, Mick Williams, the second ruckman for Chilton. Nice clever hands there from Vandermeer. On to Brad Hibberson, lowering the eyes, finding a target. It's Quinn. Very good in the win last week against Rutherglen. Called to play on the left, long down the line. Flying across was Pryor, but well marked there by Del Bosco. And Barney are out across half back.
He does. Brad Del Bosco goes to Matt Del Bosco. Inside ball now to Buddha Withers. True centre half back for Barnawartha. Now here comes Brad Del Bosco, who's continued to run up the ground. Gathered, and he goes short to Matt Del Bosco. So Matty Del Bosco has it middle of the ground. 2-2 here in the quarterfinal, at the qualifying final. And Del Bosco again goes back to Matt. So they're really sharing around here. It might have been Lockie Walker. Piercing kick inside forward 50. Couldn't be controlled there by Wilding. And it's going to be a boundary throw in. Not sure if that's inside forward 50. I'll let you work that out. Winky, you are the Mac Jack stats king today. There's no doubt about that. And Gussie, they are still throwing punches. No, just a few rib punches at the moment. No knockout blows yet.
No knockout blows on the scoreboard either. In the ruck, bringing it down was Moose Quinn. Barney to the top of the goal square. Wilding's going to let this one fly and try and crumb it. Appeals for a mark on the last line there.
No.
Bit opportunistic there from Robinson, but umpire's going to ball it up. So this is Barney's best look, I reckon, so far. It's come after 16 minutes, and it's not overly pretty. But balling it up, top of the goal square. Winning the tap was Mick Williams. In towards the pocket. Whistle, free kick.
Yeah.
It's going to go the way of Barney. No, Chilton. It's going to go the way of Brooks. And Brooks has got it in the back pocket for Chilton. Chipping ball, Mick Williams got there. He marks in front of Spence. Not many options are presenting for Mick Williams. Mick, as he chips down the line, through the hands of Shannon. McGee's got some work to do, needs the boundary line, gets there. Out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Scooter Fraser, boundary side for JJ's waist. Do we have an update on Braden O'Hara?
99% sure I can see some glad wrap around that right calf, so I think they've parked the Ferraris for some fine tuning over the next couple of weeks and not putting any further damage to it.
All right, we'll get Scooter to follow that one up more at quarter time. Mason, handball was good to Benny Gould. Drives it to half forward. Good numbers. Look at that. This man, we've seen him play some great games, Brad Del Bosco, here at this ground. And it looks like he's stringing another one together here. Handball came there from Rocco. Back to Brad Del Bosco. Into half forward. Grub Evans knocked it down the front of the pack. Cooper was there, paddling the ball around. Now it comes out the back. Guess who? Brad Del Bosco. Kicks it. No one at home, though. Luff's there. Immediately gave the handball out the back to Gleeson. Gleeson's kick was good. He finds Benny Gould at half back. Asks his teammate to come forward. Give me a lead, they say, from behind. Good defensive play there from Will Pritchard, and it will be a ball up between centre wing and half forward. Winky for Mac Jack Sheds. What are you finding on that stat sheet?
Well, you mentioned Brad Del Bosco. He's up to the 9 stats on the 40 wing, the Mac Jack Sheds stat sheet. Robbie?
Thank you very much. Gould again. He's had a little bit of effect in the game. Mason hard at the ball. Was good. So was the challenge too from Rocco. He's been good coming into the side today. Laid out there was Jack Cheshire for Barnawartha. And it will be another ball up on centre wing. Slightly into attack, you would say, for Chilton. There's nothing in it though. We've gone almost 19 minutes down the Commercial Club score time clock. And we've still haven't had a goal kicked here. It's 2 behinds all. And Moose Queen gets a free kick, kicks it across the ground. Dangerous from Moose. Vandermeer intercepts, sees a lead from McGee. He can't get it. Courageous work there from the Barnawartha defence. It was Brad Del Bosco. Dished out a handball towards Robinson. Back the ball went now to Seamus Quinn. And now they'll get out of trouble. Good work. Well, he lifted his head as he kicked the ball and he's realised he's made a mistake there. And the mark has been taken inside forward 50 by Mark Doolan. Probably too far out to score, Gussie.
I reckon it's going to be right on his measure. Wink, what do you think? You've seen this bloke play a lot of footy.
Yeah, I reckon he's passed it off, so he probably didn't back himself from that distance.
Yeah, so the short pass didn't work out. It was knocked down and defended away. Will Pritchard hunted after it. They'll go again here through Benny Mason. Chilton will. Good kick too, beautifully weighted. And it is marked there by Will Shannon. Handballs to Finn Lappin, he goes short and finds McWilliams. Michael McWilliams. 60 metres out. On the left foot. Sits it up. Pops it up. Goes a little bit to the right-hand side. Looking for Doolan. From behind it was Sport. Good work by Pritchard. Tapped the ball nicely there to Rocco. Rocco's handball has put a bit of pressure on the Del Bosco. Brad. Chipping kick. McWilliams there. And he intercepts Gussie. Right in the middle of the ground. It's still 2-2 here. We've gone 20 minutes.
No, you're not watching a soccer game. This is Sandy Creek footy. Inside forward 50. Two hotly contested teams. Vandermeer gets a bit of space. Snapping. But stopped on the goal line by Anson for the Barney Tigers. Marking uncontested, just like a goalkeeper. Chipping long, finds the intended target in O'Connor. O'Connor for Barnawartha across half back. Looking inboard, dangerous ball, well done by Vandermeer. In fact, it was Gould. Good a fingertip on it, but Anson's there. Anson, long raking ball, long down the line. Over the top of Robinson's head. Got some work to do here. Does Paddy Wall. Links up nice, a little 1-2. Now the ball's back in the hands of Wall. Chipping down the line, finds Brooks at centre wing. Umpire says play on, young Brooksy. So he's going to kick inboard, trying to find Gould. Sat up in the air a bit too long for him. Gonna try and get the crumbs. Farwell come through. Got a big hold there on Hiverson. Now breaking through is Johnson. Moose Quinn, handballs under the pump. Try to hack it forward. There was Whiffen. Throws it on the right boot now with a high up and under long down the line. Boundary line's what Chilton are trying to get. Jones is there, paddles in towards a bit of space. Wall as well, handballing over the top. Intended target of Shannon. Shannon brings it out to Lappin. Lappin retreats by hand, missed the target. Under the pump here are the Chilton boys, and Barney are lurking. Working hard is Wall. Feeds it back to Gleeson, and Gleeson goes long down the line.
He does, Gussie, with the kick. It's not a good one, and it's going to come straight back in. Anson goes long, gathered here nicely by Sam Johnson. His kick's going to be good. It's not. Lukey Daly read it superbly. Played on immediately. Kicks the centre wing here. Barnawartha have got numbers everywhere. It's 4-on-1, but Vandermeer, he might win out. He was clever. He paddled it to Quinn. Quinn got a hurried left foot kick to true centre half forward. Doolan might have got one high. Play on was a call. Anson, look away handball. And he finds there at the last line, here's Lockie Walker, who just pumps it to centre wing, Gus. Spinning out of trouble was Brooks. He's got Mason on the inside. He says, stuff you, Benny, I'll take him on. He drives it long. Free kick. Downfield. Downfield. We'll have our first bona fide shot on goal here for the Chilton Swans, and it's Adam Pryor who'll have the shot. 20 out directly in front. Scooter Fraser, we can finally get to you.
Over umpired at its best, to be honest with that. Not much in it, but now Chilton are the beneficiaries of a shot at goal.
All right, it will be from around about, well, mate, you'll probably kick it from 25 metres out. You could say it's directly in front. The breeze will take it a little bit to the far side of our pitcher, so you'll take it a bit towards the right-hand goal post, but there's not much in it.
Straight up the guts, I reckon, Robert.
Yeah, good answer, Gus. I was stuffing around with that, and you said straight up the guts. Addy Pryor, that's how he likes to operate. Comes in now, and that is exactly what he's done. So the drought is broken. Adam Pryor has nailed a goal in the 23rd minute mark of the first quarter, and the Chilton Swans lead 1-2-8 to Barnawartha 2 behinds. That's on the Commercial Club scoreboard, and that time is for Japo Donks. David Wink.
Well, see Ashton Brooks getting involved on that far wing. He's had the 7 disposals in this first term, and Adzi Pryor's done that a lot over his career, hasn't he, Robbie?
Yes.
He's normally a pretty good set shot at goal, Big Adzi. Even though he's a bit older now, he can still do that very well.
for JJ's Waste and Recycling. You can see the gap that Jack Chess is leaving in this side, Scooter Fraser, with Barney breaking down at half forward regularly.
Yeah, I guess his skill, poise, and a little bit more toughness as well. But Barney aren't too far off if they can score again.
If you just joined the broadcast, Braden O'Hara out with a calf 30 seconds into the game. So Chiltern are down to 2 on the bench. Nice hands in towards a bit of space. Withers for Barney. Inside 50. Going back courageously was Patrick Wall for the Chilton Swans, out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 50 metres out, right in front of our broadcast position. As we've got a David Wink for a Mac Jack Sheds update.
It's pretty even. The inside 50's 10-9. Barney's way at this stage. Both sides in a real arm wrestle here.
So a boundary throw-in, 40 metres out from goal for Barney. McGee's in the ruck, Wilding breaks away, throwing on the right. Great defensive pressure coming in late was Luke Daly. Mr. Reliable for the Chilton Swans. It's going to be a repeat boundary throw-in, 30 metres out. Here's Rory McKinlay, all thanks to Albury-Wodonga MG.
Thank you, Gussie. In it goes. Can Barney get the quick reply here? Not much time left in this quarter. There will be stuff all time off. You would think Winky with just the 1 goal kicked, and we've already ticked over 25 minutes on the Jappo Donks time clock.
Can't be long left at all.
So, still sits 15 metres around from the Barney goal. McGee will go up there in contest with Tommy Carter. We've got a whistle, and it's a high one, and it's a free kick, and it will go the way of Barnawartha, and he might have got one high, and he might have got one up the guts, and it's your man, Scoot Spence. Josh Spence. He'll like this on his left foot side.
Got to admit, he must have got hit high because he doesn't normally sit there rubbing his head.
Oh, no, it was definitely there, Scoot. There's no doubt about that. As we see, Spence will line up. Now, he's only going to be 20 metres, 25 metres out at the most, but very tight angle, as you can see on our screen. You're going to get a really good look at this one, too. Right behind the work of our man Logan in there today, Gussie.
No, it's Jace.
Jace, it is too, Jace Mannering. In comes Spence to level the scores, and he's got it. He has it indeed. Kicked a beauty. 1-2-8 apiece. Right on the quarter time siren. So it's been a blow for blow. It hasn't been a lot of blows, but when it has been, Gussie, there hasn't been much in it. 1-2-8 apiece. A quarter time.
Yeah, certainly is. Been a really entertaining first quarter of footy. Let's hope the scoreboard can open up on the other side. Stick with us here at the MCG of the Bush. It's Barnawartha versus Chiltern, the TDFL finals for NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty. Chanty, Chanty, Chanty. Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks, or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Guns Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Duns Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes.
Scoot, just try and get to the camera if you can, mate, or in a position where you can, if you've got us. PG of the Bush, quarter time here sees Barnawartha and Chiltern all squared up at 1-2-8 apiece. I can see Scott Fraser, he's in the middle, right on the edge of the centre square. We'll see if Jace can get a shot of Scoot in the beautiful 2AY shirt. Scoot, what were the messages from the respective camps at the quarter time break?
Both still talking as we speak, but a lot of dejected supporters around the Chilton Swans interchange there, or the huddle with Braden O'Hara. It's getting worse. He's in a lot of pain, boys. They're not too happy with that. But Hibbo actually just pointed out, first thing he said to them was, we're against the breeze this quarter. And I have noticed, stepping away from the huddle and out here where I am, the breeze is going down towards that Pony Club end. So if the young Barney boys get up and about like they were in that quarter at times, they could put a bit of scoreboard pressure on. Muddy, I didn't get too much of what he said, but very happy with the way they run the ball, and I guess in most cases knew that pressure was going to start from the very beginning.
David Wink, who were the quarter's best? Thanks to Wade Smith Plumbing. Great to have them on board for our TDFL coverage. Pretty hard to find a...
And walking back to the little dugout that I have been given, there's still 4 or 5 deep around the ground, so the opposite side of the ground is a little bit thinned out, but Yeah, very good crowd, enjoying the sunshine. We didn't mention early pre-game about Dylan Van Claveren being out. Can confirm he's severed his finger during the week. So whether he'd be available again, I don't know the severity of it.
Sounds like he's lucky to still have it then, Scoot.
Yeah.
There we go. Dropping like flies, the Chilton boys.
Of Tallangatta League finals action. Kick inside forward 50. Hunting after it was Lappin. Provided a good tackle on Robinson. And it will be a ball up. So Gussie, 40 out. It sits from the Barnawartha Gold, and it's 1-2-8 apiece. And that's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Up goes the footy at half forward. Busting his way through is Mason. Got a high. And he's going to receive a free kick here is Ben Mason at centre half back against, well, a pretty rampaging Josh Spence there. Out wide, it sits up in the breeze. Trying to get this one is Luff. He wants to find the boundary. Tied up against Withers, he'll get it. And it'll be a boundary throw-in as we go to Scooter Fraser for JJ's Waste and Recycling at ground level.
One of the matchups I hadn't mentioned earlier, and he's wearing him like a glove, is Will Pritchard on Mark Doolan. Very good matchup so far.
Here's Mason for Chilton at half-back. Dangerous handball. Just a bit too hot for Daly. Now the ball's in dispute. Coming through was Withers. Handballed. Now Luff throws it on the left for Chilton. Farwell missed him. Great pick up from Vandermeer. Run down tackle from Connor Whiffen. Great outdoors player today is Barney go inside 50. Wilding. Umpire said play on. It looked like a good enough piece, but to me, umpire then calls for a stoppage and will ball it up in the pocket. Gee, how was the rundown tackle from Connor Whiffen?
Yeah, and he immediately got on with it, whipped it out to Anson, and then Wilding almost gathered it. Now here's a snap on goal. Sammy Johnson, impossible angle. Hard to kick from that pocket. What's happened? Well,
No.
what's one behind? Gee, wasn't there some delay in that decision?
We like a bit of theatre from the goal umpires.
Extraordinary amount of time there.
Scott Clayton and Andrew Lade.
He might have been waiting for the all clear, Gus. Clear. You can't do anything about it. Or Vandermeer was put under the pump. He held onto a bloody good catch at second slip there by Vandermeer, and he's marked at half back. If you've just joined us, Barney have hit the front, 139 to 128. Brad Hibberson marks at true centre half back, goes wide. He looks for Dion Gleeson. His kick's got to be good. Cooper can't mark it. Barney a chance here. Ducking under one there. Luff eventually picks it up. Handball, tackled straight away by Tom Johnson, is the Chilton man in Vandermeer.
I'll tell you what, these kids that are lying down on the ground, they're about to know about it pretty quickly, I reckon, if someone runs into them. They are very close. Someone needs to grab them quick smart. Inside forward 50 now for Barney. Spence, toe poke to the top of the square, mopped up nicely by Chilton. They're going to exit out wide. Brooks won't miss him in the fluoro pinks today, long down the line. Lappin needs a good bounce of the Sharon, waits for it. Under the pump, needs the boundary line now, keeps it alive. Shimmies and shakes around Carter, but the umpire said he took it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Scooter for JJ's Waste. That kick just sums up today's game, almost then under the pump.
Yeah, it certainly does, but that's the pressure. That's what's happened early, and they've just got to weather the storm early and see if they can get a shot at goal.
Now, Benny Jones pumps the ball to half forward, running off half back. Walker. Brad Dolbosco it was. Inside ball now goes to Anson. His target was Farwell, but it was intercepted. Now they work their way through the middle of the ground. Goes back to Farwell. Jared Farwell pumps the ball deep into attack. Gleeson's pump and fist from behind was good. Wilding ran onto it. Look away handball. Gleeson offers a Shepherd. Pat Wall goes back for another bite of the cherry. It rebounded straight back to Paddy Wall. Smother was good. Good work from the Barney forwards. Monty Spence, there's a high ball. Free kick is going to go the way of Barnawartha. And it will be Josh Spence. And he kicked the goal from a similar position here in the first quarter, Scott Fraser, for JJ Waste and Recycling.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful left foot. This is his bread and butter here. If he sets it up on that the left goal post,
yep.
No worries about the distance.
I reckon.
Looks like he's going to snap around the body.
I reckon he's going the check side here, Wink.
Well, I'll back him in. He's a good operator, Josh Spence. So even a man of his experience can convert to the modern day styles, Angus.
Thanks,
Maybe
Robert.
one day I will. Have a look at that. He's all class, Josh Spence. No worries at all. Drop punt, screw over your shoulder, banana kick. It does not matter. Josh Spence puts the Tigers further in front. They lead it by 7. What do you spot there for Mac Jack stats in the early part of this quarter, David Wink?
Well, it's one thing we probably didn't speak about pre-game is Josh Spence and how good a footballer he is. We spoke a lot about Oscar Wilding, but Josh Spence has been probably the premier forward in this competition for the best part of a decade. Had a horrific leg injury a couple of years ago and has come back into this Barney side. And he's not the main man up forward, but he's certainly playing a role, and he's got their 2 goals today.
Looks like they've sent him to the goal square, and Oscar Wilding's going to get up the ground a little bit. Well, he's still in the goal square as well. They've both gone deep. Back in the middle. Clever pick up there from Hibberson. Inside 50 now for the Swans. Busting through Pryor. Gee, made his impact felt of that contest. Now Del Bosco. That's Brad. Exit out wide for the Barney Football Club. Mark has been taken. So the brothers linking up. He's got Matt inboard. Finds Anson. Might be 50 here, I reckon.
Just a warning there, Gusty, wasn't it?
Bodie just knows how to push the limits.
It's like the backyard, those 2 Del Boscos today, Gus.
It is. It is. Dangerous kick inboard. Nice taken there by the inclusion in Rocco. It's been turned over as Quinn marks here for the Swans. Handball, Gould under the pump. Sits it up into space for Sorensen. Marked it, and he's going to go back and have a shot. The late inclusion. Corey Sorensen is going to go back, and we'll have a great view of this one on the live stream, Scooter.
Should be right in line with Jason.
Oh, he's going to play on. Dangerous kick inboard. Wasn't on the same page as Cooper. Cooper blatantly threw that. Umpire missed it. Tom Johnson sends it out wide, and now Barney go through the corridor. High up and under. Clever fist from Sam Johnson. Gets the ball going his way. Wilding retreats via hand. Finds the grub Evans. Inside 50 go the Tigers. Spence on the left. Snapping across his body. Got a bad bounce. Got a bad bounce there, Josh Spence, and he looks the most electric of the Barney forwards. It's a minor score, and Barnawartha lead 2-4-16 to Chilton 1-2-8, thanks to Inspirations Paint.
Well, Josh Spence, he has the potential to really light this game up here. We said we're looking for someone to stamp their authority on this game. It could be that man, as Luke Daly goes short, finds Ben Mason, true centre half back for Chilton. Barnawartha leads 16-8. Ben Jones marks. Still between half-back and the middle of the ground. Kick's got to be good. Sorensen takes a good... he was going to play on. Good umpiring, Dave Ryan. I thought he showed a good bit of poise and decision-making there. Another dangerous kick by Sorensen. He regathers. His handball was chopped out. Mason came through. Was he held? No. Play-on's a call. Geez, he's hot in there. Quitting the Eskimo. Unusual for an Eskimo to be in this warm conditions, but he got it out anyway. Good work by Sorensen, who bobbed up again, got a handball to Lappin, hit a high up and under centre wing, and Gusson said, get amongst that, lads.
Clever from Anson, just paddles it to his own advantage. Whistle for Albury-Wodonga MG.
That ball was following Sorensen, wasn't it, for about a minute?
It was. It's like a magnet, just kept coming after him. Here's Anson, inside 50, Spence. Good use of the body, just dropped it. Luff, handballs in towards space, looking to find a bit of grass. Look at the big moose. He's just motoring after this pill, and he picks it up. One-handed, the big moose. Kick it up to centre half, forward turnover. That's why ruckman don't kick. Don't bite off more than you can chew, Moose. Here come the Swans, out wide. Handballing over the top was clever from Cooper. Now it's Quinn. Quinn lowering the eyes. He finds Pryor. And the veteran's a bit too far to score. Wants to link up with Doolan. Sits it up to his advantage. Well done by Pritchard. Got a crucial fingertip. And now the ball goes out of bounds as Chilton move the ball coast to coast at the 9-minute mark for Jappo Donks.
Great call, Gussie. Good end-to-end stuff there. And just Gus, if you're listening back into the replay, Moose, that was Gus McLeod who said that about you not kicking as a ruckman.
Well, Matt
not
Sider
me.
did say it on the back bar. Don't kick when you're a ruckman.
I tend to agree with it, but I won't go with it. Oh, held without the ball. No! Whoa! The Chilton fans quite rightly not happy with that. Out the back she goes now. Chance here for Wilding, who's a long way up the ground. He found Spence. Spence will rock around the left foot. He's got no one really running deep. So now Spence goes one way, come back the other. Beautiful kick. And he's found a Wilding on the far side of the ground. A pocket. Gussie, you know this bloke pretty well. Is he any chance from there?
He certainly is a chance for distance, Wink. I'll be backing him in from here. But what about the gut running? He got the ball in the wing, got on his bike, got forward. Now he's on the receiving end.
Yeah, he looks like he's in really good nick. This is the first time I've seen Oscar this year.
Same here.
And his movement up the ground has been really impressive. He hasn't probably had impact yet, but his work rate's certainly there, and I'm sure it'll come.
Well, he'll probably ping it a bit at the left-hand goal post. Comes in. Oh, not a great kick. The spin is horrific, actually. Oh, Gould, was it who dropped a sitter down there in the goal square? It was either Gould or it was Benny Gould, uncharacteristically.
Back into the side.
Yep. A Watermelon would have drowned in Gussie, and they're in a great attacking position here, though, Barney. They lead 16-8.
We've played 11 minutes, or almost 11 minutes, thanks to Simo and the boys at Japo Donks. Nice ruck work from McWilliams. Now it's in the hands of Lappin. Wants to find a small. That's Gould. Dangerous kick inboard. Working hard here is O'Connor for Barney. Left it for the big Moose. He's learnt from his previous mistake. He goes via hand. Grubber a kick inside 50 by Trujillo. Ball's in dispute. Lappin, great pick up from the Swans youngster. Handballs in towards a bit of grass. Barney have numbers. Quinn's been everywhere. But it's a rundown tackle from Jake Cooper. The man who rearranged my castle on 3 occasions last cricket season. Inside 50, McGee's resting forward. Pick up by Brooks. Standing start from Brooks. Top of the goal square, not online. Minor score for the Chilton Swans on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. They move to 1-3 and the Tigers 2-4 here at the MCG of the Bush from McGregor Machinery. We'll go to boundary side level. Scooter Fraser for JJ's waist.
Geez, we're really seeing some slick movement of the ball now. You have 3 or 4 possessions and it goes from one end of the ground to the other. So it'd be good to see them hitting the scoreboard a bit better.
That's Scotty Fraser for JJ's Waste and Recycling. The kick comes back in. That is Chilton's first score of this quarter, and it took around about 11 minutes to be registered. And it was about the same time as the first quarter. Now they go back inside. Brad Hibberson kicks the ball long, but the bloke who reads the ball as well as anyone across half-back in this competition is Brad Del Bosco. And his stats for Mac Jack Sheds, please, there.
Up to 14 so far.
There we go. So is that 14 or 15 as he kicks it?
14.
David, good, you're ahead of the game. That's what I like about you. And it will be sport from behind by Moose. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Scooter, just quickly for you for JJ Waste and Recycling. Umpire's wearing the pink socks today. Are you all over that? I must admit I'm not.
I've asked the question but haven't got an answer yet, mate. I asked our operations manager, Dave Nicol, and he's going to get back to me.
They just look good, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe.
Here's Withers, high up and under. Long down the line. Wilding sits underneath it, got a good fist of it. Now spills out to Johnson. Ball's in dispute. Umpire says we'll ball it up, true centre wing. David Winks, some Mac Jack Shed stats.
Yeah, come on.
Well, that man, Brad Del Bosco, he's up to the 14. Tommy Anson as well, he's up to 12 on the Mac Jack stat sheet, Gussie.
What a season from Tom Anson. I reckon he's a contender for the team of the year. Maybe even some Barton medal votes. Out wide, we've got a whistle. I think it's against O'Connor.
Yeah.
It is. It's going to be a free hit at Chilton. They really need the next goal, I reckon, just to stabilise this contest. They trail 16-9 thanks to the Inspirations Paint. Big shout out to Jeff and the team. As the ball goes long down the line and Pritchard gets a good fist. I tell you what, Scoot, he's been a really good player today for the Barnawartha Tigers. Will Pritchard got a big job as well for JJ's Waste.
I've been watching him the last couple of minutes. Dulles is getting a little bit annoyed, actually, so Pritchard's doing a pretty good job.
Well, I'm not sure if David Wink's taking those stats for Pritchard, but you're not going to see a lot of pretty stuff, Winky. Like, you love your handballs and your kicks, but we've seen a lot of spoils and negating going on out there, so don't ever forget those. Winky, just
a bit harsh just because he's a redhead, Robbie. Jeez.
Whiff, and you're in trouble. He got it out in the nick of time. Don't worry about that. Here's a chance for Sammy Johnson. Loves to get the ball on the boot in a hurry, does it? Dion Gleeson was good there. Good contest there, Welding. Well done, Gleeson. Won it. A smart little chipping kick to Lukey Daly. Under pressure. He found a bit of grass, which is going to be advantage for him. Will it? Won't it? No. Whiffen. Goes short. Finds Sam Johnson. Always loves to play on. He sees the lead. That is a magnificent kick. Goodness me, that was good football. Welding went left, then he shaped right. It was a great outdoors play of the day, mark of the day, call whatever you like, Gussie. That was sensational. Scooter, I could hear your delight when you saw that piercing kick go inside forward 50.
Oh, just his will to get the ball as well. I've got Sam Johnson best on ground at the moment. He's just been everywhere and just seems to be able to hit a target where a couple of other blokes haven't. So we're right behind Oscar Wilding here.
Well, his previous shot from the other side, he didn't get a good spin on the ball. That's what he needs here. Comes in, kick on the way, he pushed it left. I don't think it'll come back. It won't. It stayed straight. Minor score. They've had a few chances, Gussie, but they just can't put them away. 2 behinds now for Wilding, and 2-5-17 Barnawartha lead Chilton 139, and that is on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
We'll go around the grounds thanks to our good friends at NZ in Albury, and not much else to report bar some big Ovens of Murray news where North Albury lead 5-7-37 to Myrtleford 4-6-30 in the big round 18 game. Long down the line, sitting in the hole nicely was Luff. Takes a good mark here for the Swans. Plays on quickly. The Swans want to go down the line. Nice mark taken out in front. Quinn. Overlapping run is on. He gets it to Shannon, who kicks a high up and under inside the Doolan direction. Oh, Hibberson just missed the toe poke. Spills out the back. Inside 50 via Jones. Brooks, clever pickup. Handball from Doolan over the top, looking for Gould. In dispute. Anson's under the pump. Lowers the eyes with great poise and vision to find Trujillo. He's got the ball across half back in front of our camera here. Hope you're enjoying the pictures from Wangaratt Indigo Computers and Jace Mannering on the camera today. Turnover. Here's Mason for the Swans. Lowers the eyes. Doolan. Overlapping run. Here's Gould. Set sail from home. Ben Gould. Union Hotel goal of the day from Benny Gould. He's returning into the senior side after missing last week with Miss Universe, may I add. Fairly decent excuse to miss a game of footy, Scoop, but he's back in the side and he's kicked a big goal for the Swans. They get their second.
And the timekeepers don't have to write down that it floated through the goals. Wasn't the greatest of kicks, but certainly had the right accuracy.
Yeah, poor turnover there. Midfield, wasn't it there, Winky? And Doolan swooped on it. Nice little inside handball and bang.
Yeah, that just shows the class of Mark Doolan and a very good finish there from Benny Gould.
Well, that's really open the proceedings up here. So Barnawartha, after missing a few opportunities to stretch their lead, Chilton go down the other end of Narwan, so they trail by 2 points now on the Inspiration Paint scoreboard. 2-5-17 Barnawartha, Chilton 2-3-15, 17 minutes gone. That's for Simo and the team at Japo Donks. Spring coming up, good time to always renew the tyres or the battery, Gus. Anson again, God, he's been prolific off half back. Ball comes down the fall of the ball. Oh, he got him high. The first bit was okay, Gus. Then the next one went high.
No, just to interrupt here, Robbie, the officiating umpire's been overruled by the non-officiating. So the umpire closest was blindsided.
Yep.
Didn't see the high, and then umpire Dave Ryan, I think it was Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
He's come in and overruled it.
Well, he's a copper. He doesn't miss much, Dave.
No.
And he's pretty sharp there as Benny Mason goes to the goal kicker, Gould, who's starting to work his way into the game. Ball will come over the back here. Barney through Brody Scammell. No prior opportunity, and it'll be a ball up pretty much midfield, slightly into attack for Chilton. They trail by 2 points.
No surprise that Ben Mason's got going, and now Chilton look a totally different outfit. He's a gun across half back. Under the pump here as McWilliams feeds it out. Head over the football was Hibberson. Balls is in dispute at ground level. Umpire calls for a stoppage and we'll ball it up. David Wink, any Mac Jacks tickling your fancy?
Well, you mentioned Ben Mason there. He's up to 5 for the quarter and 12 for the game, Gussie.
The umpire's going to throw this footy up. 2 points. The Barnawartha Tigers lead over Chilton for Inspirations Paint. Inside 50. Here's Vandermeer. Throws it on the right. Top of the goal square for the Chilton Swans. Flying up was Del Bosco. Crumbed by Ben Gould for 2 in 2 minutes. Ben Gould touched on the line by Declan Rocco. And it's not going to count. It's going to be no score. Mark's been paid. Barnawartha survive a scare.
He's been okay today, Rocco.
Late inclusion.
Yeah, coming in for
Jack
if you've just
Cheshire.
joined us. Yeah, Jack Cheshire, and he's certainly has cost them up forward.
48 goals from 16 games, and he won the leading goal kicker last year, David. Is that correct?
He did, but he also goes into the midfield and gets really aggressive and runs hard forward of the ball.
Just a bit of action there on the interchange, Scoot.
Yeah, it's looking likely that Cole McGee's gone forward and Doolan and Pryor are going to swap
Okay.
off the bench.
Yep. So there's a chance here for Barney. They can break off half back here. They will go through Trujillo. Trujillo kicks the ball to half forward, kicks on a good one. Lukey Daly with the glove in the left hand, took the mark, played on immediately, but he too turns the ball over. And it's going to be the man who's as good as anyone on the ground today, Will Pritchard. Marks Gussie, goes short, and he finds Brody Scammell.
Scammell's got Del Bosco on straight off the bench if he wants to use him. This is Matt, true centre wing, kicks long down the line for Barnawartha. Wilding's the target, spills out the back. Well done, Spence. On hands and knees, free kick.
Oh, caught.
He's been done for holding the ball here, Scoot. JJ's waist.
Incorrect disposal.
Well spotted there, Robert, for Albury-Wodonga MG. As Luff has the ball for Chilton. He's going to throw it on the left, long down the line. Working hard. Up the line is Pryor. Makes a good contest. McWilliams via hand. Quinn been busy on the left, high up and under. Into the corridor, sitting in the hole nicely was Del Bosco. It's Brad for the Barney boys on the edge of the centre square. Chiselling ball, finds Johnson. This is Sam. Wants to dangerously kick back in ball, but the switch is on. Del Bosco. This is Matt. Opening up the fat side of the ground, go the Barnawartha Footy Club. Clark Stanek, long down the line, hits an intended target in the hands of Evans. Evans for Barney, wants to kick the centre half forward, looking to find Whiffen, spills out the back. Well done, Sorensen. Now the Swans attack the corridor. Vandermeer's been the best for Chilton, but he's been run down. Holding the ball, Del Bosco.
Oh.
Barney are going to get the ball inside 50 via Brad.
He's a superstar, Brad Del Bosco. Head bandaged from a laceration. Kicks it inside forward 50. How good was that kick? Oh, hasn't been paid, Josh Spence. Gleeson couldn't believe his luck, so he played on. Kick over the top there was by Cooper. Wasn't a great one. He got himself in a little bit of trouble then. Backing back into the pack with courage was Del Bosco. Brad out the back was Pritchard. Oh, it's rugged and tough out there at the moment. This is Tallangatta League footy at its best, Gus McLeod.
Scooter Fraser, boundary side for JJ's waist. This game from Brad Del Bosco reminds me a lot of the elimination final against Dedarang Mount Beauty 3 years ago, where Brad just had it on a string.
Yeah, well, he just came off before a cauliflower ear, and that was a perfect kick. I don't know what Josh Spence had to do to get given a mark there. Had it for a long time, but Chilton have got it back forward.
Only 2 goals here for each team, as Mason throws it on the boot for Chilton, high up and under. Doolan, in fact it's Pryor I should say, assisted out of bounds by Walker for a boundary throw in. David Wink, Mac Jack Sheds.
Yeah, the Chilton coach has got 5 disposals in this second term as well, Gussie. 11 for the match. We want to find a few more times, Brad, I reckon, if he's going to get Chilton ahead of this game.
Looks busy, doesn't he?
He does.
Looks like he wants to get involved. He's itching. So Barnawartha from the contest, they exit their defensive 50 and go long down the line. Johnson missed him, whistle. Mike Fitzpatrick's found one, the man in green. It's going to go away of Tom Johnson, who chips inboard. Anson at centre half back, wants to run and carry. He's going to attack the middle of the MCG of the bush. Chiselling right football, finds Farwell, the 2-time Barton medalist. Wants to play on, draws one. Here's Del Bosco.
Oh.
Brad's going to set sail from downtown. Maybe stick to punching Bradley. Not the best kick. Out of bounds on the full from Brad. Had no one to kick to. There was no leads coming at him, so he had to set sail for home. It's out of bounds on the full. The Inspirations Paint scoreboard hasn't moved a hell of a lot today. Barney 2-5-17, Chilton 2-3-15. We played 23 for Japo Donks.
We have 23 and a half gone yet, so it won't be a lot of extra time here in this quarter. Now that's dropping the ball, incorrect disposal, whatever you like. You've probably heard that through our sound effects. So there's a good tackle there by McGee, who hasn't really stamped his authority on the game just yet. Doolan, he might be about to do that. Took a good mark. He's been pretty busy this quarter though, Doolan. Kick, was he knocked downfield? Play on Sakul. Pryor is there. Got it. Handball over the top. It was a look-away operator. Back to Pryor. Pryor now taps it. The pathway of Brooks. Brooks is clever. Brooks snaps on goal and has missed to the left-hand side minor score. 1 point the difference. Chilton 2-4-16. Barney 2-5-17. That's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. And for MacJack stats, Winky, what are you seeing? What's the trends are evolving out there?
Well, Chilton have had 11 inside 50 and Barney's had 12 this quarter, and they're not taking advantage of the ball inside forward 50, whether that's, the defenders playing well for both sides. I think it's having a big part of that, but both sides would want to take their chances going forward.
Really intrigued to see Braden O'Hara still in his full kit. He's got his runners on, but I just can't help but wonder they're just not putting a line through him for the rest of the day. He's going to come back inside 50. No, it's not. Great crunching tackle there from Connor Whiffen. He's been a reliable member of this Barnawartha outfit for years now, and he's got the ball across half-back for his Tigers. Inboard to Anson. At centre half-back, who's been one of Barney's best. Called to play on by the men in green, and he spots a beautiful kick. Del Bosco worked his way up the ground. He's got Johnson with an overlapping run. Johnson on the right, inside 50. Wilding's the target. Great use of the body from Oscar Wilding. Just nudged Dion Gleeson underneath the ball. Skirting Oscar will have his best look on goal for this afternoon.
Yeah, look, Gleeson's probably had the better of him for the most part, but he looked for that push in the back, but it was just a strong body. Hands weren't even anywhere near the back, and he goes in for what should be a goal.
Wilding comes in and he slots it, so it's through the big sticks, and Big O's got his first here at the MCG of the Bush. It's a major. Barnawartha may move to 3-5, Chilton 2-4, and that's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard as we go to David Wink for a MacJack Sheds update.
Well, Oscar Wilding would want the ball to come in like that a few more times. He perfect position, nudged Gleeson underneath the ball and goes back and finishes nicely. Tommy Anson on fire. He's up to 9 disposals in his second term and up to 16 for the match.
What was Brad Del Bosco's again? Sorry.
Brad's up to 17 for the match, Robbie.
Yeah.
Best on ground, I think, for Barney at the moment.
He's just popping up everywhere at the moment, isn't he? He's gone now back. Benny Mason's. He's sort of playing on bench.
Just made that last little bit of closing and forced this boundary throw in.
He's been good, Pritchard. Good throw in too. Pritchard again. Oh, Buddha Withers got under a couple of little high ones there. And once again, you hear the siren ringing out across a sun-bathed Sandy Creek. And at half-time, it's Barnawartha 3-5-23. They lead Chilton 2-4-16, and that quarter was brought to us by McGregor Machinery.
Goals for the Barnawartha Tigers. Josh Spence has there too, whilst for the Swans, Adam Pryor a single alongside Ben Gould, and Oscar Wilding chimed in with a late one for the Barnawartha Football Club. Halftime show coming your way on the other side of the break. Thanks to the Shed Company here in the TDFL Finals, live from the MCG of the Bush for NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Welcome back to the MCG of the Bush. Sandy Creek, the recreation reserve that just looks an absolute treat here for Barnawartha versus Chilton. Half-time sees Barney in front, 3-5-23 to Chilton 2-4-16. Gus McLeod for the Shed Company, alongside Scooter Fraser and David Wink. We were just saying off air, gents, we're starting to get the impression that Barney is starting to settle in this game a little bit better.
Yeah, I think the early injury to O'Hara, which has changed a few things up for them there. Kyle McGee has gone forward, so Michael McWilliams has had to do all the ruck work, and he's been pushed around a bit at the centre bounces and the boundary throw-ins by Big Moose Quinn. But Barney look like they've just got on top in that second quarter, and the Chilton more experienced players just might need to kick into gear in the premiership quarter.
David Wink on the stat sheet. Who's leading your way early? Who are the prominent ball winners, and maybe a couple of the key team stats that we're keeping tabs on this afternoon?
Well, Brad Del Bosco, he's got 18 disposals. He's been terrific across half-back. And on the other half-back flank, Tommy Anson, he's up to 16 for Barnawartha. And then for the Chilton Swans, Benny Mason leads the way with 13, and then Brad Hibberson's got 12. But he's looked really busy around the stoppage, Hibbo. But they're the two stats leaders for both sides, Gussie.
What about the inside 50s, David?
20-23, Barnawartha's way.
So fairly even, I'd say, Scoot. I think it's only been the last probably 2 or 3 entries that Barney have had. The dropped mark to Josh Spence. I mean, it's going to go down as a drop mark because the umpires didn't pay it, but he had every piece of it. And then also the kick into Oscar Wilding as well. That's been the best 2 entries Barnawartha have had, whereas Chilton have got the ball inside 50 quickly, but without a great deal of poise and polish.
Yeah, the non-paid mark to Spence. I got the stare by Muddy from the bench, and the hands out asking. I said, "Mate, I'm not the umpire, but I do agree with you." Could have been very different going into half time if that had been paid, because Spenner's on pretty. He's on fire. There was one there, that snap around his shoulder. He probably could have gone inside to Sam Johnson, who has had plenty of the ball. But yeah, those last few inside 50s for Barney, a little bit of, if they could capitalise a bit better. Certainly, yeah. Look, they've got the upper hand right now, but certainly Benny Mason and Brad Hibberson and all the boys in the Chilton rooms will be looking at getting back out and getting the first couple on the board.
With only 3 on the bench, Winky, how much of an impact is losing a player, particularly your best player in Braden O'Hara, is that going to make to the Chilton Swans coming into the back end of the last quarter of the second half in particular, when they're going to be a man down? They've already got that tag of being the veterans lineup. How much is that going to play effect in the second half?
Well, probably one thing that will work in their favour a little bit is it's not super hot, so probably guys aren't going to, they're certainly not going to be crampy or anything like that, but it just probably changes your planning going into it. So you have to reset absolutely everything. You've only got 2 on the bench, so, your key guys, your key forwards and your key backs, they're rotating Pryor and Doolan a little bit in that second term. I don't think they'll do that again, because you want to try and use those rotations for your midfielders as this game goes deep into the fourth quarter.
The biggest thing I've seen, though, being down there right on the interchange, the amount of rotations Barney have got all across the ground, whereas the main ones for Chilton in that quarter were Pryor and Doolan coming off. I said in the all-rounders today as well, I just think today's probably not going to be the best day for Pryor. Look, he's not at peak fitness. It's a bit warmer. If they can get him one out in the square, that'd be good. But the footy's that hot coming in that he's got to come up the ground. And you'll notice when Barney get it right deep in their forward line, every Barnawartha player comes up that press and there's no one in Chilton's half of the ground. And it's the same when Chilton have got it. But the fact is that being able to, if that comes over the top, Pryor's got 70 metres to run to get into position, and unfortunately at the moment he's been found out a little bit.
I don't think it's a massive, I suppose, fault on Doolan and or Pryor. Yes, they haven't had a massive impact, but the entry's not the way they'd like it. They're veteran forwards that want to lead and get the ball to their advantage, whereas guys like Wilding and, to a lesser degree, Spence, they're a bit more agile and mobile, and they can get the ball in a bit of space. The ball can hit the deck, and they can sort of combat things a little bit more differently than what the veterans can.
Yeah, I just, look, and I say this, I don't watch a lot of AFL anymore because of that press and the crap that happens. I'd love to see Pryor just go, you know what, if it is Del Bosco, I'll let him get 6 possessions at centre half back, because if it gets over the back, bang, it's going to be an easy goal.
Roll the dice a bit.
Yeah, got to roll the dice, get back there, save your tickets, and the same with Doolan. But it's got to make someone come back.
I know that Barnawartha, and this is clearly a plan from Brad Del Bosco and Adam Mundra, they're trying to get Brad onto one of the more older forwards, and it looks like it's Pryor on a more often recurrence than not. They've got to find a way to get Kyle McGee to go to Brad Del Bosco. Even though McGee's playing as a forward and Del Bosco's centre half back, the impact Del Bosco's having with his run and carry, with his breakaway from centre half back, it's what the best centre half backs in the AFL do. They just break away and zone off. They defend first, but they have the attacking arm to their lever, and I just think McGee's got the tank. He's a ruckman. He can run all day. He's probably got the ability to probably combat Del Bosco going the other way, and that might allow someone like a Doolan or a Pryor to then get into a wrestle, or maybe have to combat someone a little bit slower going the other way.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if I'm right below us now in Brad Hibberson's jumper as the coach, I'd really be saying, Geezer, we need you. This is it. Need to stand up. Micah McWilliams has taken the ruck, and he's serviceable against Moose, but not as tall, and probably getting pushed out of a few. But if they can get it forward and Kyle McGee is on the end of it, well, then Doolan and Pryor are going to have a little bit better look at it.
If you told me at half-time of the game with Adam Pryor, Mark Doolan, Josh Spence and Oscar Wilding would have 5 goals kicked, I wouldn't have believed you, Gussie. So both sides have to find a way to get their key forwards involved. Even though Barney's 2 have kicked a couple of goals, but they're not getting the looks that they usually do.
Going to put your knowledge of the test here, gents. Half-time go for 15 or 20 minutes?
I should know that. 20, I think.
20?
Yep.
20.
I hope it's 20, because otherwise we might be a little bit late. We'll keep waffling here at the MCG of the Bush. From around the grounds for NZ Albury, North Albury, 5-7:37 to the Saints, 4-6:30. We'll do our best to bring you a couple of Atura Albury netball updates from the games out the back, as Robbie McKinlay does what he does best, and that's sniffing out a free feed. Is your name still on the honour board, Robbie? Still on the honour board? Still on the honour board?
No doubt about him.
Yeah.
Half-time. I've just got to go and see a few blokes. He goes straight to the president's room. I don't know, do they make you a cup of tea or do you make it yourself? straight to Ina Williams' scones. He's probably had half a dozen of them before the game.
They are good.
And then he just has a little bit of a neck bend and looks up at 1994 to see if the gold writing is there for his Barton medal. With the look on his face, he's smiling. He's not denying it.
Some updates for you. Atura Albury netball in the qualifying finals, all qualifying finals today. C Reserve, Chilton have beaten Kiewa Sandy Creek by 1 goal. In the under-17s, Kiewa have beaten Wodonga Saints 48-42. And in the 15 and under, Chilton 51 to Waganya 42. Here in the halftime show, thanks to the Shed Company. Winky, what do we see transpiring in the second half? Is the game going to continue to open up? Is it going to be a fast-flowing game of footy, or are the coaches going to try and lock down?
Well, I hope it's a fast-flowing game of footy and opens up, Gussie, but I think we're in for more of the same. I think it's going to be a grind for both sides, and whoever wins is really going to have to earn it today because, by the way we're going, sort of 8 or 9 goals might win it.
Scoot?
Look, I think it's going to open up a little bit. The winner will kick somewhere between 10 and 14 goals. I just can't see Barney relenting. These young blokes are just all at it at the moment.
Their work rate's unreal, these young guys. I haven't seen them before today.
Cohen Tredillo stuffed up a couple of kicks from that half back line and turned over, but if he can get the ball long into a bit more space, the Barney forwards are going to get a lot more use of it. I'd really just I hope Chilton can come out firing, but the way Barney are at the moment, I think I can just see them kicking a winning score.
We'll take a break here on TDFL Live from the MCG of the Bush. On the other side of the break, all thanks to the Shed Company. Big shout out to Gab and Jimmer for supporting us once again in 2025. The second half between Barnawartha and Chilton. All thanks to Entered Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing. The TDFL Finals live where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Smack was telling.
And welcome back to the MCG of the Bush, where half-time has just wrapped up for the Shed Company. Big shout out to Gab and Jimmy Gray for supporting us here on TDFL Live. Scoot is boundary side for JJ's Waste and Recycling. Conditions at ground level, Scoot. Any breeze to factor in?
It's died down a lot at half-time, boys. I wouldn't say there's any advantage. There's it's going across the ground towards the Dunn's Twin City Cranes. So, no real advantage either way.
Righto, so if you just joined us, of course, a fairly low scoring opening half here at the MCG of the Bush, but the pressure gauge has been hot. We've got 2 goals to Josh Spence and a single to Oscar Wilding for the Barney Tigers, whilst Adam Pryor and Ben Gould, the only goal kickers for the Chilton Swans. Looks like Ashton Brooks is starting forward here for Chilton. We have noticed he's a little bit proppy, gentlemen, so we'll keep tabs on that.
Yeah, we noticed that when he's running out on the ground, Gussie, that he has got his shoulder taped, his right shoulder, but it just looked like he had, I'm not going to say a pronounced limp, but he wasn't as fluent as once we've seen before.
No. And of course, Braden O'Hara out of the game for the Chilton Swans early on into the first quarter. We'll try and wait to get things back underway.
Yeah, a couple of kids kicking the footy down there in the pocket on the road end. Gus, I don't think they're going to do a lot of damage there, but anyway, that's the way it is in the modern game. Just got to clear all decks.
So we're just waiting for everyone to get off the ground. How many in the house do you reckon, Scoot, for JJ's Waste?
Yeah, I reckon it's built up since the start of the game. We might be over a couple of thousand and maybe three for the day.
And 450 on the live stream as well for Wiesners. Here's Rory McKinlay, the third term.
And great to have your company as Buddha Withers crashes through the midfield. Handballed it back to Brad Del Bosco Matt, onto Tommy Anson. Clever tap there, brilliant by Tommy Johnson. Onto the run on the left foot kick by Brad Del Bosco towards Josh Spence. And Spence couldn't quite mark that one. And it's going to go out over the boundary, but it's gone inside forward 50. That's going to be an important stat there for Mac Jack Sheds. I just see Winky just knocking that one down. As the ball scuttles back into play. The Moose, clever tap. Look away, handball by Spence. It was like a little grubber kick. Tommy Johnson, clever little centre. Just needs Robinson to run onto it. Left foot snap. Right foot snap in the end. He was a bit of a tangle there, Jack Robinson, and he drickled it through for a minor score. 3-6-24 Barnawartha lead Chilton 2-4-16. We're into the third quarter for Wiesners, and that's on the Commercial Club scoreboard. And here is for Albury Wodonga MG, Gus McLeod.
Thanks, Robbie. It's going to be Daly from fullback for the Swans with a great kick in board to Luff, and he went down like a sack of spuds falling off a truck.
Can hurt a shoulder like that, Gussie, can't you?
The big ruckman, he was coming from a long way down, but he marked. Kicks down the line, missed the intended target, went into the lap of Quinn, who wasn't expecting it. Now Ned Quinn's under the pump. Tom Anson hot on his heels. Sorensen joins in the party. Del Bosco feeds the ball backwards. Nice pick up there from Withers. And Barney just trying to revive a bit of a scare here. Walker, chiselling ball, bounce on the half volley to Anson. Del Bosco over the top. Johnson. Bit of a 1-2. This is Tom on the right boot. Inside forward 50. All alone with Spence. Front on contact. Got it. Against Luke Daly, it's going to go the way of Josh Spence for front-on contact, Scoot, and that one was there.
Yeah, look, Tom Johnson sold more candy than the canteen today just then. That was a fantastic setup going forward, and Spence just knew what to do. Stood strong, stood tall, and waited for that front-on contact.
So it's a big run-up here from Josh Spence, Wink.
It is. I reckon he puts this one through, Josh. He's looked the most dangerous forward out there today, and this will be number 3 if he can put it through the big sticks.
The Dunswin City Cranes flags would suggest he's kicking with the breeze right into his back. He'll kick from 45 metres to the Pony Club end. In comes Josh Spence, the left footer, looking for his third. It's offline to the left, and it's a minor score. Barney moved to 3-7-25. Chilton 2-4-16, and that's on the Commercial Club Albury scoreboard.
As you mentioned, Gus, that breeze has really picked up, going straight down the ground to the Barnawartha end, the equestrian end.
Yeah, it's good. And because where we are in our commentary position here, we probably don't get a really good look at it. And you've been doing a bit more activity down on ground level, and that certainly is the case. And what would you rate it at, Scoot, perhaps? What type of advantage over the quarter?
Oh, look, it probably might only be a 1-goal breeze, but just going to help if the Chiltern are trying to get it out of Barney's forward line.
I know what you're talking about, brother. I'm all over it. 1 to 2 goal breeze there, Scoot reckons. So I tend to concur with that.
And that's where they're going to miss O'Hara, where that penetrating kick can get 45, 50 metres away in the breeze, against the breeze, and it's going to be 2 kicks coming back. So they'll miss that.
All right, umpire Dave Ryan. Well, Ryan tossed the ball in there. McWilliam was clever with the left foot hurried kick. Same with there for Brody Scammell. Off the left foot, kick for Barnawartha. Oh, clean bowl. There was Tommy Carter. Got knocked right off the ball. Josh Spence picks up, left foot snap, goal. Unbelievable stuff from the star of the Tallangatta League. Josh Spence has 3 goals free for the afternoon now. That is a team lifter. That is just pure class. I'll go straight to you, Scooter. I'll give you the score. I know he's one of your favourite players. 31-16. Barnawartha lead.
Yeah, big smile on my face. How many times have we seen this over the last 15 or 18 years? Just bank on that left foot, being able to get it straight onto the boot. And the young Barney boys that were on the bench waiting to go on, they all high-fived each other, and they just know what Spenner means to their team.
3 inside 50s for Barney already to start this term, which suggests that breeze that they're working with is a pretty big advantage at this stage.
A nice stat on the Mac Jack Sheds stat sheet from David Wink and Phil Packer and the team at Mac Jack Sheds. Great to have them on board. Game high lead of 15 points to the way of the Tigers. Here's Hibberson. Feeds the ball backwards. Daly on the left. Chiselling ball. Asked a fair bit of his teammate. Good mark taken out in front by Cooper. Oh, that's 50. It's as blatant as you'll get. As blatant as you will get. And Jake Cooper, he might be in range here. It's a double 50. It's ill-discipline, and it's silly from Barnawartha, and the goal they just kicked will be automatically reversed when Jake Cooper will get marked to the top of the goal square.
Adam Mudra sends runner 8 straight out to get him off.
Here's Cooper back on here at Sandy Creek, and you can hear the Chilton faithful just passing on a little bit of kind feedback to the Barnawartha boys and also the men in green. It's a goal to Cooper. Chilton moved to 2-5 here at the MCG of the Bush. 2-5-21. The Barnawartha Tigers 4-7-31. That's on the Inspirations paint and the Commercial Club scoreboard as we go boundary side to Scooter Fraser.
I don't know if you guys heard the commotion there, but the Chilton faithful, as Cohen Tredillo came off,
it loud and clear, Scooter.
We're asking him for a few more and give him a bit of encouragement as he sat down and trudged past Adam Mudra.
Gus, when I go, and if it's you or your old man tucking me away at Tobin Brothers, do it out here, will you? Because this is some of the greatest stuff you'll ever see. This place is special. How about that for a bit of banter? The game's back on here. Here's a go for Sammy Johnson. High up and under. No one at home. Wilding runs at Gleeson, and Gleeson takes a good, strong grab under a bit of pressure there from Oscar Wilding. And he steadies the ship with a nice little chipping kick to Lappin. Lappin sees Cooper. And Cooper will take the mark. He had Patrick Wall behind him. And Wally said, no, you take it, Coops. Cooper's got it now. Grub Evans there, paying close attention to Brad Hibberson.
One of the great nicknames, the Grub.
Oh, and he won't mind me saying this, reasonably appropriate too, to Isaac. At centre wing, former Belvoir all-rounder. Oh, bit of work. There he is, the Grub. Isaac Evans taking the ball and he took it over the boundary line. Took one for the team, did the grub.
Got the
and it's going to be a
double
boundary
sleeve.
throw in.
I can tell you right now, Scoot, I don't care how good a game Grub Evans plays this finals campaign. He's not allowed to win our player of the day because he does not talk. He's got duct tape on his mouth permanently. Here's Hibberson for the Swans. Kicks up to half forward. One of the worst radio interviews we've ever had in 8 years of broadcasting to get the Robbie.
I built him up too, didn't I?
But lucky he can play. Ball's in dispute. Fed backwards to Anson for the Tigers. Underground ball looking to find the big moose. He's got 4 to beat. The Swans have numbers. Ned Quinn on the left. Up to half forward. Good vision. Pryor had a good enough piece of it. Barney not happy, and you sense a momentum swing going the way of the Chilton Swans here at the MCG, the Bush.
We thought we had Humphrey B. Bear on, didn't we, when Grub come on?
Gee, he was...
I built him up too. He was at cricket at Bethanga at the time, I think, but that's another story.
Earned our caper that day, Robbie, didn't we? We earned a buck. We're backing in Pryor from here, gents, looking for number 2.
Too far out.
He's going to have to kick 48 metres to the Gap Road end. Here's Pryor. Can it swing back? He had to overcompensate. Ball spills at ground level. Barney are under the pump. Breaking away there is Trujillo. In fact, it was Rocco. Brooks, did he get taken high? Umpire says, holding the ball. Well, I'll let you make of that what you will. Free kick to Barney at fullback, and they're going to kick out quickly.
And it's Buddha Withers, who's a great mate of Grub Evans. Takes the mark. He's been nice and solid today, Caden Withers. And he just a little high floater. Oh, my God. He's almost put Jared Farwell in hospital there, Buddha.
How many for Jared on the Mac Jack?
Only the 10 for Big Jazz.
Well, it's all been good ones. Inside handball, Buddha Withers followed it up. Nice work there by Walker. Works its way around the corner. Now Musa kicks, not Moose Eames. Big Moose Quinn. Inside handball by Cooper to Gould. On to Vandermeer. They've got space. Pryor marks. 50 out. Inside handball to Vandermeer. He's sharp around the goals as Vandermeer. And he tumbles one through for a goal. They love it to the Chilton fraternity. And a badly needed goal. It was a great outdoors player of the day and also a Union Hotel goal of the day contender, Gus. Don't you worry about that. And the margin with back-to-back goals all of a sudden sees Barnawartha just leading by 3 points. Scotty Fraser.
So, Mac, just getting a question from Adam Mudra about a few things there.
He looked very vocal,
Very, very vocal.
Coming to you for some feedback, was he?
Mentioned Bodie Hibberson there off the mark or something like that. I couldn't hear properly, but very vocal, and he gave Cohen Trujillo a big slap on the back as he went on, and pretty much might have been, don't do that again.
And as Jabba from Chilton's just channeling his best Mr. Grossman here, just providing some direct feedback to the box. Hope you packed your AM radio, Jabba. Here's Barney, inside forward 50 for the Barney Tigers. Wilding crashed the pack. Ball spills out. He's in a lot of trouble here as Wilding. His head is in the turf. Dion Gleeson just gets the ball towards the boundary line. Robinson's hot on his heels. Well, he's not that cold. He was just in a bit of discomfort. Scooter Fraser.
I only got one of the old Jazz crackers.
He's had some head knock issues over his time, Oscar, so hopefully he's all right.
Well, that was about 3 foot lower than the head, I reckon, Winky. Boundary throw in. McWilliam, handball was okay to Jones. Back to Cooper. Gee, he's lifted his work rate this quarter. Drives it long to centre wing. Up they go from behind. Pryor brought a pack down and the ball down with it. Oh, Anson in trouble. He's been spun around like a merry-go-round. And Vandermeer has got the free kick. Gus McLeod.
Jaden Vandermeer has been superb for the Chilton Swans. He's really lifted in this third term for Wiesners.
He has lifted massively, Gus. Outside kick there to Sorensen. Down the line, Del Bosco from behind. Knocked the ball out of Pryor's hands. Pryor paddles the ball close to the boundary line. They've got to work in a phone box here at the moment. And the Telstra win out in the end. 40 winks. No. Mac Jacks,
hey, what's the joke? What's the joke, Scooter?
40 winks, we've got one. That's enough.
Yes,
David Wink.
Yes, I've been told that a few times over my years. Scoot.
Any stats updates?
Call the play, Gussie. I'll come back to you with something.
Well, there's a stoppage. Ball it up.
Happy to be proven wrong, boys, from the halftime show that Chilton came out at half-time to play. Certainly putting the pressure on Barney now.
So the ball is in dispute, and the umpire's going to call for another stoppage. David Winks inside 50s for Mac Jack Sheds.
5 inside 50s to Barnawartha for the quarter to Chilton's 3. 27 for the match to 23 Chilton.
31-28 here, thanks to the Commercial Club. Inside 50 go Chilton. No, the ball's coming back. It's going to be a free kick to Moose, Scooter.
Yeah.
Yep. Just an infringement in the ruck.
And they're going to play on to Anson. Anson with a big roosting ball up to half forward. Spence got a good piece, but umpire said no, play on. Well done, Luff. Cooper got taken high. Umpire let it go. Vandermeer straight into a Johnson brick wall. Umpire says it was all fair. I thought a dump might have been on the cards, but the umpires, the men in green and pink socks, said no, we'll ball it up. True centre wing. 12 and a half minutes gone here thanks to Japo Donks, and we've got a 3-point ball game thanks to Wiesner's. Barnawartha lead Chilton.
I think you can still do that tackle in the Tallangatta League, Gussie. Shannon, he got thrown to ground this time. Well, apparently it can because he was thrown around like a rag dog there. Rag doll. And coming off the ground, keep an eye on this one. Brad Hibberson comes off. On goes Ben Gould. You can hear the frustration from the Chilton supporters as Walker marks, intercepts at halfback, kicks across the ground now to Scammell. Now they've got a bit of run going here off halfback. Brad Del Bosco, chipping ball. It's a good one too. Finds Rockow. Rockow down the line. That's okay too. Inside handball's good. Now they're going to run with it. Del Bosco again, inside forward 50. It might go. It does now. Hurry kick there by Robinson. Bounces critical. And it doesn't go through where Jack Robinson wanted it. Margin out to 4 points. Barnawartha 4-8-32. Leading Chilton 4-4-28. 13 minutes gone on the Commercial Club scoreboard and Japo Donk's time clock.
Oh, well, he used his face to bring that down to ground level. Anyway, he's effective. Mason out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Just a little bit of heat starting to come in this one, Scooter. Oh, yeah, Benny Mason. He's not happy at all with the treatment he is getting.
Well, he caught one across the chops. He probably should have got a free kick there, Gussie.
From Cohen Trujillo, and they're going to break away. Chiseling ball from McWilliams. It's a good one. Finds Quinn. Chilton want to play, and they want to play on quickly. Mason's got the overlap, but he's ignored. Quinn kicks to centre half forward, turned over. Not the kick from the Chilton Swans, and it's been chopped out nicely. Del Bosco goes short. That one about 8 centimetres to brother Brad. And Brad kicks out wide. Mark's been taken. So there's a bit of argy-bargy between these two sides just working their way into this game here. No love lost as a score sits at 32-28. Barnawartha lead for Commercial Club. Turnover once again on the wing. Ball's in the hands here of Shannon for Chilton, who throws on the right. We've got a 50. We do have a 50.
Oh, that was play on.
I tend to agree, Scoot. He snapped off his mark, but it's not going to have a mass. It might have been a downfield, actually.
Uh-oh.
Because Doolan's taken the kick, but the umpire's going to say no, bring it back. So the 50 will stand. And Shannon is going to be having a free kick. Well, it is.
Tomorrow, mate.
And it's going to be a shot into the pocket here for Chilton. Nice work from Pritchard. And Barney going to exit long down the line. Sitting in this one here is the grub, and he's taking it out of bounds.
Some of Albury Wodonga's finest
specimens.
You're never going to live that one down, are you, brother?
Nah, never going to live that one
Hey, it's not my problem, brother.
Not my problem, brother, either. Down to you, Scooter Fraser, for JJ's waist.
You wouldn't be dead for quids, would you?
No, that's great. At least that everyone's involved and knows what is going on with our live stream and the broadcast. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, look, bit of heat in the game a couple of minutes ago. I'd like to see it again because, heat brings a little bit more that feistiness and a bit more go for the ball. So hopefully we can see some goals.
There we go. That's Scooter Fraser for JJ's Waste and Recycling. Bring your wireless tomorrow because you will be on 1494 2AY for a great coverage of the elimination final, Angus.
Make sure you pack your AM radio.
If you're bringing your wireless tomorrow, make sure it's AM. AM. We haven't got stadium yet, have we, Gussie?
Not yet. We've only just got internet at Sandy Creek.
Withers tracks it. Oh, there's a nasty bump. That'll be a free kick. Will go the way of... No. It was there. And it'll go the way of Tommy Carter. So it's Carter, true centre wing. This game is heated up and it's only a 4-point margin. Barnawartha go into attack from behind. No one at the back. Lapham was there. Got a nice little handball to Pat Wall. Kick, needs a good bounce. Okay, Luke Daly got a good bounce. Drives the ball to centre wing, kept it low, punched it to Doolan. Under pressure from several Barnawartha defenders. It'll be thrown in, out of bounds. We have gone 16 and a half minutes on the Commercial Club, the Japo Donks time clock, and on the Commercial Club scoreboard, Winky, it's a 4-point margin to Barney. And what have you got for us, young man?
Well, Tommy Anson's continuing his good form. He's up to 20 disposals, but 7 inside 50s to Barney, kicking with that little bit of a breeze. They haven't been able to take advantage of it. Chilton's got 2 goals going the other way.
Live stream numbers are through the roof this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the coverage of Barney and Chilton for NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing. Here's Anson for the Tigers. Kicks up to half forward. Lappin got a bad bounce, went over his head into the hands of Spence, wanting to find the runner in Farwell. Farwell needs a good bounce, didn't get it. Chilton have numbers. Well done, Ben Jones to the Swans. On to Luff. The outside of the kick. Boonard goes long down the line, but turned over to Big Moose Quinn. That's why Ruckman don't kick. Handball the ball, Moose. Come on, we've spoken about this. Inboard, but here he is again. He says, stick that up, you Gus. I'm back in the game. Handball's backwards. Now Barnawartha in towards a bit of space. Now inside 50. Wielding one hand. Well done, Gleeson. Made a good impact in the contest. Johnson fed it back to the grub. Evans underground. Now Del Bosco wants it in space. Wielding. Got it to Johnson. Lappin marks in the pocket. And he's going to settle things down here for Chilton and just says, shut up, Gus. And take it away, Robert McKinlay.
Gus, it was like a bowling alley there, wasn't it? You called that superbly, but there was players going down everywhere. Everywhere as Brooks marks. He goes wide. Far side of the ground. He finds Luff, who did an interesting check side sort of boomerang type kick before. This time it's more of the drop punt off the left foot to centre wing. McGee couldn't control the footy. And the boundary line is going to beat them all, which included Clark Stanek out there. Scooter Fraser, what are you making of all this for JJ Waste and Recycling?
Bit of a lull in the game right now, but just keep an eye on Lukey Daly. Just came over and yelled out to the bench and looked like he pointed to his left leg. So
oh dear. Well,
keep an eye on him.
You track that one, Scoot.
He did kick it on his left before. He wasn't saying that he did that, was he?
Well, he might have been too. Who knows?
Not known for his number.
Good mark, Spence. He's got a bit of breeze behind him here. He's told the play on now. Now he goes short. Chipping kicks a good one. Finds Robbo. Jack Robinson. Now that's that.
No, it's going to be out of bounds on the full here. The boundary umpire spotted that.
Great spot from you too as well, Gus. And this is like Paddy Wall will bring that back in.
He's been good today.
Wall, yeah, been solid. Like a brick wall down there at half back, in fact, Gus.
Waiting for that one.
32-28. Barnawartha lead it. And we have gone 19 minutes on the Jappo Donks time clock.
Only 3 goals here in the third term. Chiseling ball's a nice one. Farwell's in a dangerous spot. He's normally a good kick of the footy, and that's no exception. In towards a bit of space, and the mark has been taken.
Buddha, I think.
I think it might be the Buddha. Lowering inside 50. Good hands from Johnson, and a great kick. Marked by Sam Johnson. He's well and truly within range. Scooter for JJ's Waste.
Certainly is. Geez, what a clean pair of hands that was. Didn't break stride at all and took it at its highest point, and now gets a chance to extend the lead.
So he'll go back and have his shot here. David, you backing him in?
I'll back him in. He's been really good today, Sam Johnson. I've been really impressed with him. Had a really good game, and hopefully he can put this one through the big sticks.
Here's Sam Johnson looking to combat the 2 in a row from Chilton. And that one just sneaks through for a minor score. Barney have been inaccurate. 4 goals, 9-33 to Chilton. 4-4-28 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. And in the third term, we've only had the 3 goals. Spence, Cooper and Vandermeer. 2 to the Swans, 1 of the Tigers. Here on the TDFL live stream. Here's Roy McKinlay for MG.
Gus, it's interesting too. If you look at those flags on the Dunn Twin City Cranes out there, they've almost gone the other way.
They've changed.
So we have had a breeze shift here. It's now, if anything, blowing across the ground or scoot maybe towards the road end.
The Dunn Twin City Cranes is going to the road end, but the ones out the front of the President's Room are going across the other way. So
that's
big
extraordinary.
swirl.
My goodness knows. It's been a funny old day, Gus. It started about 5 a.m. for me, and it is continuing to go that way. I have not got enough time to describe my day. Cooper, quick kick inside forward 50. McGee overran it. Off half back there was Trujillo. His kick has been intercepted by Brad Hibberson. What options he's got? Lappin runs for him. He goes short. He's got plenty here. Quinn, the Eskimo, decides he'll go in short. Looks for Doolan. Spoiled from behind. Good shepherd by Anson. That was good work there. Clark Stanek got it to Brad Del Bosco and a good chipping kick. He finds Tommy Johnson, centre wing. Barney lead by 5 points.
You certainly do, Robbie, and it's a kick up to half forward. It's a good-looking kick into the hands of Carter. Carter for the Tigers on the left, inside 50, looking to find a teammate, 2-on-1. Spence got taken. Leaving it behind there was Gleeson. Oh, Spence and Gleeson, they lock horns in a big duel. Ball's in dispute. Both teams probably want the boundary here. Wilding with a dibbly-dobbly. And it's across the face for a minor score. Lucky to make contact with the Sharon there, I think. Big O hasn't been his best day in front of goals. Kicked the 1-goal 3. There's Big Oscar. And the ball's across half-back now. Cooper onto Mason.
Whoa.
Mason in a bit of trouble. Back to Cooper. Needs to find that option via foot. Great kick from the youngster inboard. Quinn plays on quickly. Now Jones through the corridor. Jones up to half forward. Doolan brought it front and centre. Now he needs a crummer. Pritchard, well done in a good battle. Jones handballs out towards the back. Into space towards Gould. Gould to Pryor. It's a bit too much on it for him. Where are the crummers? Here's Brooks. Handballs in towards a bit of space. Gould looking for his second. Ben Gould misses to the right-hand side for a minor score. Commercial Club scoreboard. Chiltern moved to 4-5. Barnawartha 4-10 on the Inspirations and Commercial Club scoreboard.
Great call, Gussie. What are you seeing there, Scoot?
Oh, Pryor's just given Farwell a couple of lefts to the chin.
Yeah.
Why do I
I'm
get the
still
feeling...
looking up my thesaurus, Gus, what a dibbly-dobbly is, though.
You just go there on the replay about 4 minutes ago and watch it with Oscar Wilding.
It's a call when it's a half dribble kick, Gus, isn't it? Not even that. It's a dibbly-dobbly. That's what it is. Oh, that's a throw, is it? Oh, and it's just some little niggly things happen out there, Scoot. And there we see Cooper and Trujillo, who's had his moments today. He's a feisty character, isn't he?
Good to see. Get up and about, boys.
He loves it. Well, it's all happening here, so it's a 5-point margin. Barney lead into time on, third quarter. Maybe the advantage of a slight breeze. It certainly was the case early in the quarter, but now it's shifted around a bit. Unless they've turned those cranes around, Scoop, would that confuse us?
No, I'm still serious. It's going. Those Duns cranes are going up the hill, and the ones on this side are going towards the right-hand side.
I don't know what you're on, Scoop, but I wouldn't mind a half a gram of it. It'd be okay. McWilliams inside handball to Jones. Short kick. Oh, he can't quite hang on to it. Vandermeer for second for the quarter. Misses to the left-hand side. 4:10:34 Barnawartha. Lead Chilton 4-6-30. 24 minutes gone on the Jappo Donks time clock. We're doing this one for Wiesners. And for Mac Jack Sheds, David Wink, give me something.
Well, again, the inside 50s 11-7. We haven't really had any goals kicked. No one's taken advantage.
Oh, trouble here. Barney have been clumsy. Turned over. Head over the football as Pryor slaps it towards a bit of grass. Jones handballing over the top. Mason. Here's the skipper and a big moment for the Swans. Ben Mason! Union Hotel goal of the day. That is Rolls Royce from the big leader, and she's on here, boys. It's on. We got a few haymakers being thrown and a couple have made connections, Scoot.
Welcome to
Pryor
Sandy
came in
Creek.
to make sure they knew about Benny Mason's goal and then got sat fair on his bottom.
Oh, I thought you were going to say another word that starts with F there, Scoot.
I think the umpire has given a free kick back in the centre of the ground.
Which way?
Oh, he's pointing to Barnawartha's way. But
Yep.
Well, amongst all of that, Chilton have hit the front here, 5-6-36 to Barney 4-10-34. That's the Union Hotel goal that A so far for mine. And Barnawartha are going to break away here, Robbie. They got the ball at half forward.
They do indeed. And it's in the hands of Withen. Chip over the top and just pulling up there. Looks like it's Brad Del Bosco. Goes short. And Scooter's man, Sammy Johnson Jr., takes the mark. 45 out. Slight angle.
Needless to say, he needs to put this straight through the middle. They need to fire back straight away and get back in front.
Well, he'll kick it from probably 40 metres. He's got the sun in his eyes. His chance to put the Barnawartha Tigers back in front. Johnson comes in. And he's delivered. Sammy Johnson playing a rattling game. Gets Barnawartha back in front. 5-10-40. Lead Chilton 5-6-36. Scooter Fraser, what a rattling game we've got. JJ's Waste and Recycling you're doing it for. Whew,
Just goes to show a little bit of discipline for Chilton to get a goal and get straight in front, and then some discipline, and Barney have switched it back again. Luke Daly just came off for a rest, boys. Nothing wrong with him at all. must have just been pointing to how good that left foot kick was about 5 minutes ago.
For Mac Jack Sheds, that'll really hurt Chilton. Did all the work to get back in front, and then they've just gifted it back to the Barney boys. Back in the middle here at Sandy Creek. On hands and knees, Hibberson just taps it forward. They're going to keep trying to inch the ball forward with a bit of determination. Hibberson, another handball in hope. Putting his head over the football here is Quinn. Now Bodie Hibberson, wrapped up in an Anson tackle. Umpire Fitzpatrick calls for it. Stoppage. We'll ball it up at centre-half forward.
So, Scoot, you're saying that the free kick came from that bit of a fracas following the Chilton goal?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pryor came in to remind them about Benny Mason's great goal, and then from there was a couple. I think it was Ned Quinn came in pretty hard, but not going to put the blame on any one of the Chilton boys, but it was one of them, and that's why they got the free kick in the centre.
McWilliams won the tap, set upon quickly by a couple of Tigers. Umpire's going to call for another stoppage. So 27 and a half minutes gone here on the Japo Donks time clock, and it's a 4-point lead to Barney. Over the Chilton Swans, thanks to Wiesners. In dispute. Here's Hibberson, breaks away. Anson got him. Another stoppage for Alburonga MG. We'll see if you can sort this one out. Robbie McKinlay is the Chilton Swans trail. 5-6-36 to Barney. 5-10-40. 27 minutes gone thanks to Wiesners.
Highest scoring quarter so far for the match, Gussie. So we've gone just on 28 minutes now. Maybe go to 30 minutes, so there could be 2 minutes in it. Hard to work out that breeze at the moment. It looks like it's more across the ground. It's not a
The
real...
flags have aligned, Robbie.
They have.
Straight across the ground, if you're happy now.
I am now. I'm happy. I'm back with you. You've just had a bit of something, and I've had a bit of something, and we're back on parity, I think. Winky, I think you think... I don't know what you're on or you think I'm on, but I'll tell you what we have got. We've got a cracking game. Oh, McWilliams, quick kick. Inside forward 50 for Chilton. Take them on was Vanderveer. Kick and he controlled. He's still with it. Paddling. Still got it. Knocks it out the back. Here's a chance for Quinn. And he kicks it out of bounds on the full. A hurried left foot snap. 40-36. Barney lead Chilton. The old rivals are going at it in the ding-dong encounter in the first qualifying final here, Gus, at Sandy Creek. We'll be back here tomorrow. And it'll be on 2AY 1494. So bring your AM radio if you're coming tomorrow.
Mac Jack Shed stats with David Wink.
Yeah.
It's not your problem, brother.
Yeah, Robbie's got me there. But Ben Jones has had 6 disposals in this third term. Really starting to play some good footy in this second half.
So 29 minutes gone here. Can't be a hell of a lot of time left. 4-point lead here to Barney. And they're going to kick long down the line. Moose Quinn sits waiting for it. Flies high, slaps it forward. Shannon for the Swans on the boot. Inside 50. Getting a bad bounce there was Vandermeer, who's arguably been Chilton's best player today, I reckon. He's had a lot of impact on the footy.
Yeah, he looks so dangerous, Gussie.
Every time the ball goes near Jaden Vandermeer, it just looks like something's going to happen. Boundary throw in. Right on the eve of three-quarter time. How Chilton would love one more before the break. McWilliams won the tap. Moose Quinn's there. Barney are under the pump here as the ball's at bootlace level. Head over the football was Bodie Hibberson. And we'll ball the footy up. 29, almost 30 minutes gone here in the third term. Here's Roy McKinlay.
Scoot, what are the odds on a little bit of a scuffle at this three-quarter time siren? It's a bit of a trend that happens these days, and this game's had enough niggle in it. I'm not encouraging anything, Angus. Don't look at me like that, but I just would not be surprised, Scoot.
Well, it'd heat things up for the last quarter, wouldn't it? As long as just a little bit of push and shove, nothing too serious.
Let's wait and see. Japo Donk's time clock tells me 30 minutes have ticked over. Moose Quinn, a quick handball to no one. I reckon that was a very clever way of knocking that out, deliberately out over the boundary line without deliberately doing it, if you know what I mean, Gus.
Moose isn't that smart.
Don't.
No, Moose
you don't reckon Moose would be that smart?
No, he's
David,
not.
he's a very big man, if you haven't noticed, and you are a rather small one. Boundary throw-in comes back into play. Siren for three-quarter time here at the MCG of the Bush. We'll get Jace to stick with the pitches as we wrap things up for what has been an enthralling third term of TDFL finals footy. Chilton, they trail at the break, and Barnawartha lead at three-quarter time. 5-10-40 to 5-6-36. Stick with us here at the MCG of the Bush on the other side of the break. It's going to be a barn-burning finish to a massive, massive qualifying final. It's the TDFL finals for Wade Smith Plumbing and, of course, NZ Albury, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes, safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunns Twin City, no jobs out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it, no fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunns Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunns Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes, safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunns Twin City, no jobs out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it, no fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunns Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunns Twin City Cranes. For your semi riggers, spotters, cranes, safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunns Twin City, no jobs out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it, no fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunns Twin City Cranes.
Back to the MCG, the Bush three-quarter time, and the huddles have just broken up. Well, Chilton certainly have, and Barnawartha are yet to do so. Scooter Fraser's boundary side for JJ's Waste and Recycling. The Swans look ready to rock and roll, whilst Muddy, he's having an in-depth conversation with his troops.
Yeah, Muddy's pretty much said, basically, we've got to this point. We've got ourselves in a position to win. He said, I'll back every one of you blokes just to run away with it. Run away with it whether they can or not, but just to stay in front would be the aim. Over on the Chilton side, run into Ned Quinn's dad, Joe, and he said, we've got this. They've got the fitness, and I went over to listen to Brad Hibberson, and he actually said that as well. The the fitness was going to bring it out for them. So maybe Chiltern are ready to pounce, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's good. Barney missed an opportunity. Barney missed that opportunity early in that quarter when they kicked 2 goals, 5 for the quarter. And early on, there was a lot of missed chances there. I thought Winky, and then Chiltern came back and kicked the last couple of goals of the game. So so Sammy Johnson got one to get Barney back in front, but Chiltern did gain the ascendancy after those missed opportunities.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that wind that was there in that the start of the third quarter sort of went the other way, and it looks like those flags are blowing again down to the road end, but Barney couldn't capitalise on it, and then apart from that undisciplined goal, Chiltern would be filthy with that, I think, because they really had the ascendancy in that third quarter.
Yep.
Scoot, Barnawartha have just broken. That's been 6 minutes since the three-quarter time siren rung.
Well, the way Muddy talks and everybody listens, look, he's very tactical, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was we might see some changes, but look, certainly he gets the best out of those young blokes, and a little bit more talk won't go astray.
David Wink on the 40-wing stat sheet. Anything catching your attention apart from your housemates?
Apart from 2 idiots down there in the crowd, Tommy Anton leading the way with 21 for Barnawartha. He's having a really good game. Brad Del Bosco's got 22, so he's leading the way. But for Chiltern, Benny Mason, he's had the 18, really leading from the front, kicked that awesome goal, but he's going to have a big fourth quarter if Chiltern are going to get over the top here.
Who wins from here?
Sorry, Gussie. Oh, well, I can't tell you. I really don't know. It is so tight.
Chiltern for me. I've got a funny feeling about Chiltern.
Yeah, I think if Barney can take their opportunities just a little bit more, they might get over the line. But close call's good. Close call.
Ruben might have lost Scoot. He might just be attending to some of the fans.
Yeah, I think he might be too.
He's copped an earful from...
Sorry, boys, just checking the wind again. Yeah, as Winky said, it's going straight up the hill now, but has got a bit stronger. So either side get the ball on this side of the ground, they'll be able to get some distance.
Here we go for the X-ray group. It's Robbie McKinlay.
Thanks, Gus. It is going to be McWilliam, who's tackled by Withers after the start, and it'll be another ball up. Yeah, Scoot, you're out there. Just how significant is that breeze?
Oh, look, if it was going to either end, it'd be a 2 or 3 goal, but it's going straight across where the ball is now.
Yep, all right, and that's exactly where it's heading. He's Farwell. He just controls his space over the football. His handball had just a little too much heat on it, and Brody Scammell couldn't keep it in, and it will be thrown in. On the far side of the ground here, on the sort of the Estarlin side of the ground.
Scoreboard side?
Scoreboard's probably a more concise way to put it, Gussie. No doubt about that. Absolutely. Good call there. Now the Chiltern will take not quite inside forward 50 with a long penetrating kick into half forward. So boundary throw in. We've gone a minute in the final quarter. That's on the Jappo Docs time clock. And this one is for the X-ray group.
We've got a David Wink for a Mac Jack Shed stat. Who's the leading stat winner on the ground?
Brad Del Bosco with 22.
Inside 50 go the Chilton Swans. Sitting underneath it is McGee up against Del Bosco. Ball's in dispute. Fresh area there from Johnson. Vandermeer head over the footy. Clever into the hands of Gould. Gould finds Hibberson. This is Brad. He retreats to McWilliam. Can the big ruckman be the hero? High up and under top of the goal square. Still in dispute. Bodie Hibberson's a chance at ground level. Pritchard there for the Tigers as well. Doolan feeds it back to Bodie. Bodie goes bang! Union Hotel goal of the day, and it's just what the doctor ordered. A dream start to the fourth term for the Chilton Swans, and Bodie Hibberson, the veteran, stands up, Scooter.
Oh, how many times over the last few years have people questioned his inclusion in the side, and he steps up at critical times and kicks a goal. He put them close in the grand final last year with a goal like that, and he's put them in front today, and he's a little master at ground level at times.
The reason why he gets picked by his brother each and every week is because he knows exactly what you're going to get when he crosses the white line, and that's Bodie giving you absolutely everything.
Yeah, great credit to Adam Pryor there too. He was able to keep that ball in instead of it going through for a behind. So Well done to the big fella there. They're going to go forward again, a high up and under. But Jake Cooper had a really good second half. There's Bodie again. Kick inside forward 50. Leading to the race to the ball here. Coming through very strongly there off half-back for Barnawartha was Clark Stanek. His kick couldn't be controlled, though, by his teammate out there on the far side of the ground. And it will be thrown back in 75 metres around from the Chilton Gold, who have kicked the first goal of this final term. They've got themselves back in front, 42-40. And that's on the Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance scoreboard.
Boundary throw in, 60 metres out here from Chilton Goal. They lead by 2 points on the TCM scoreboard.
Gussie, I'm hearing Myrtleford to lead North Albury by 7 points into the final term.
10-10-70 to 9-9-63. 16 minutes gone in that one. Around the grounds for NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing. Mick Williams being good today in the ruck. Throws it on the left, high up and under. Nice defensive fist coming there from Scammell for the Tigers. Trying to keep it alive with the Chilton Swans. Doolan, did he get pushed in the back? Umpire said no. Boundary throw in as we go to Scooter Fraser. Boundary side amongst the two camps thanks to JJ's Waste and Recycling.
That last ball up, Moose Quinn appealed again for a push in the back. That's the second or third time he's done that today, but he needs to get on top so they can get back in front.
Well, he got his hand on that one. He tapped it to Farwell. Farwell's been put in a bear hug. Oh, he's pinged him. Dave Ryan has nailed him. Well, I'm just not sure what Jared Farwell could do there. He had no prior opportunity. And Mark Doolan will go back and have a shot on goal from 45 metres out.
The only thing I can add to that is the umpiring has been a little bit consistent throughout the day on that. They've been hot, but they've stuck with it all day. I don't like it, but at least it's been the same the whole way through. There's been three or four really hot holding the balls.
He's an experienced campaigner, Dave, and on that occasion he said nope. So Doolan comes in, kick on the way. He had to put a lot of effort in that, and sometimes it's like off the tee, Winky. You overcompensate and you swack it left or right, and that's what's happened there. It's a minor score.
Thank God you don't teach golf, Robbie. JJ's Waste and Recycling, Scooter Fraser.
Yeah, talk about prior opportunity. The only prior in that decision was down in the goal square, Adam Pryor. They didn't, fair dinkum.
Yeah, I'm with you, Scoot.
And it looks like the umpires are going to convert. It might be a blood rule, Scoot.
Blood rule, yeah. Connor Whiffin's got one just between the eyes.
Oh,
and Del Bosco's coming
Brad's
as well.
coming off again.
Who's lost his headband. So, it's all happening here at the MCG. The boys, hope you're enjoying the live stream.
And the band have been great today.
459 tuning in right across the globe for DTD Engineering, Finer Embroidery, Berta Ag Attachments, and of course the team at Jackson's Earth Moving. Great to have your company on the live stream. The ball's in the middle of the ground. It spills out the back. Head over the football was Spence. Tapped forward by O'Connor on the left boot with a high up and under. Good use of the body. No, not good use of the body. Free kick to the Tigers. It's going to be Tom Carter. Umpire just calls him back on his line. Luke Daly being smart, not giving any lip back as Carter pumps the Tigers into attack. They need a target. Good fist coming from Wall. Out the back. Wilding. Anson's gone forward for the Tigers. Anson applies a good tackle on Dion Gleeson, and we'll ball the footy up. David Wink, Mac Jack Sheds.
Tommy Johnson's gone to halfback, so it looks like Anson and him have swapped in this last quarter. Tommy Johnson taking that last kick out.
All right, that's David Wink there for Mac Jack's Sheds as McWilliams. Thought he was going to go the wrong way, but he was just trying to get around his left foot. Penetrating kick to halfback. Cooper, quick hands. Off halfback, Mason was a target. Overrun it, Farwell from long range. Jared Farwell, long, straight,
got it.
Goal! Jared Farwell with a Union Hotel goal of the day contender has put Barnawartha back in front at the 6.5 minute mark of the final term. Barney 5:10:40 lead. Chilton 6:7:43. What a finish. Scotty Fraser for JJ Waste and Recycling.
Yeah, one of the only blokes I know that can kick the ball 45 off one step, and he only needed to look at those goals once, and it never looked like missing. As soon as he kicked it, everyone around him and Jared Farwell, hands in the air, and now they're back in front.
I tell you what, Scoot, couple of good contenders for the Union Hotel goal today.
The
I've
old
got the
rugby
$30
background.
voucher in my pocket, and that might be close.
Well, just make sure it doesn't stay in your pocket at full time, Scoot.
Yeah.
Back in the middle, here's O'Connor. Breaks away for the Tigers and kicks them up to half forward. Anson in a wrestle with Lappin. Both players in dispute now. Diving on top of the ball, leaving it behind. was Cooper. Now it's over the top. Inside 50. Evans. Chiseling ball. Missing Spence. Now it's at ground level. Wilding just tries to break through. So too does the grub Evans. Mason onto Gleeson. Gleeson just gets it on the boot and avoids a bit of danger. Now it's in dispute. Farwell wants to be caressed and we're held up there by Brooks. Long down the line. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Looks like Del Bosco's gone forward there. Matt Del Bosco. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in 45 metres out, maybe 50 metres out from Barnawartha goals. Go to Robbie for Albury-Wodonga MG. This game's gone up a notch.
We've ticked over 8 minutes down, the final term. That's on the Japo Donks time clock. And Barnawartha pressing again. Grub Evans, snap over his left shoulder, out of bounds on the full. It'll be brought back into play by Dion Gleeson. Wiki, you've picked up anything there on the Mac Jack Shed's stat sheet?
Ben Mason's up to the 20 disposals for the game, 2 in this last quarter. Brad Hibberson as well, he's up to the 17 for Chilton.
Shannon goes across the goal. Pat Wallmarks ignores the lead of Mason and he goes more towards the middle of the ground, which is Benny Jones. Now it'll find its way to Mason, who's got a little bit of room to run if he wants to, and he doesn't. So it's been shut down off half back. And Gussie, it's just a little bit of indecision here.
It's good defence.
As Mason goes short and he finds the coach, Brad Hibberson.
Well, the umpire was a bit late in blowing the whistle there as Hibberson gives it back to Mason. Mason lost his footing. Brad's got a bit of time. Got a high free kick. He got taken high. And no, it's just going to come back to Mason, who's going to go back behind his mark. Here at the 9-minute mark at Chiltern, they trail by 3 points, 46-33. The Tigers lead the Swans on TDFL Live. Short ball from Mason, finds the assistant coach in Gleeson. Now Jones at centre half back. The Swans want to run and carry. Out wide, Shannon breaks away, but run down. Spence got him. Now the Tigers are away. Del Bosco into Wilding. Great play from Barney, all set up by the run-down tackle, and Oscar Wilding will have a set shot on goal. 30 metres out. He's going to bring it back into Del Bosco. Ill-discipline from the Chilton Footy Club, and Matt Del Bosco will have a set shot, 30 metres out, slide angle.
Let me say it, boys. What a rundown tackle by Josh Spence
unbelievable.
On Shannon there. Yeah, Chilton are lucky to get away with that one over here with Mason as the coach gave it to a left footer on his right foot. It's only unlucky that the Barney boys give away a free kick, but they've got it back and Del Bosco coming in for a shot.
This would sum up a great outdoors play of the day from Churchy and the boys. If Del Bosco can finish, gap road end, mongrel punt, straight mongrel punt through the big sticks. Margin out to 9 points for Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance. 2 in a row for the Barney Tigers, and it sits at a 9-point buffer at the MCG of the Bush. David Wink, Mac Jack Sheds.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good last term here good start to the last term for Barnawartha Tigers, and Chilton are going to have to fire a punch back here because otherwise Barney going to run away with it.
Yeah, it wasn't the perfect drop punt spin there from Matt Del Bosco, but it got the job done, and back-to-back goals after being headed. Bodie Hibberson kicked the first goal of the final quarter. Barney have hit back with the next 2. And they've stretched their lead out now to 9 points as they go forward again. Quick hands by Wilding. Here comes the grub. Evans. Oh, he's caught. He's run down from behind by Mason. He did get a bit of the footy on it. Spence gets around on his left. Handball back to Evans. Evans under pressure. Comes back now towards Brad Del Bosco. Quick hands to Whiffen. Whiffen high up and under. Sitting under is Luke Daly. And he takes a steadying mark at half-back for Chilton. They trail by 9 points. 11.5 minutes gone. Last quarter for the X-Ray group.
Momentum certainly with the Tigers at present, but the Swans are not out of this one. 1 goal and it's back on here at the MCG, the Bush. Poise from Daly. Finds a teammate in Wall. Wall goes down the line to Lappin and Anson made him earn it. Inside 50s in the final term from David Wink on the Mac Jack Sheds.
3 apiece at the moment, Gussie.
And we've had goals, 1 to Chilton, 2 to Barnawartha. Here's Luff. Forced a handball back to Lappin, under a bit of pressure. Luft's going to suit the left foot up, but he's going to have to go long down the line. High up and under, in towards a bit of space. McGee's been quiet for the Swans. Quinn's been all right. Handball's inboard. Del Bosco breaking away for the Tigers, kicking them inside 50, in towards space. Robinson got a good bounce, fed it backwards to Evans. Now he's got Del Bosco. This is Brad. Another handball back to Matt. Matt's kick was smothered off the boot. Well done, Ben Jones. Jones for the Swans, over the top to McGee. McGee on the right boot. He's got a runner. Quinn went through his mitts. Absolute dolly went down from Quinn, but the run-down tackle on Pritchard was good. Kick down the line, falls in the lap of Matt Del Bosco. Barney had the ball on centre wing.
Yeah, Mark Doolan was all out on his own there too to be able to take that kick. And it just didn't pan out that way, so Barney now can spin it around. They'll go back inside forward 50. From behind, Wilding might have got a push, did he? No, he didn't. Ovens and Murray score. Myrtleford lead North Albury by 2 behinds, and that would be deep.
26 minutes, 78 to 76. Saints lead the Hoppers.
Who's in attack, Gus?
Hoppers.
Yeah, well, there you go. You keep an eye on that one there, my friend.
It's hard to lose track of this too.
My word, ball spins back into play, and as a free kick, is it? It is. Incorrect disposal of the ball, and Chilton, off half-back, are out of trouble.
They certainly are. Sorensen's going to get it across half-back here for the Swans. With not many options presenting, but Daly's working hard. Needs a good bounce, doesn't get it. Oh, Anson got him in a good one. Bit of a high up and under, and Mason takes him across the chalk. Umpire says we'll bring it back into play. Bring it back into play in front of Scooter Fraser for JJ's waist.
Yeah, fantastic. It's starting to heat up, and Chilton know that they need to really fire back quickly here.
Thank you, Scooter Fraser. In she comes now. They need the next goal, Chilton. Plenty of time. They got time on their side. Just on 14 minutes gone. Great kick by Spence. Very clever kick. Finds Trujillo. Trujillo's kick. And a mark will be paid. Trying to pick up who has marked that. Is it Anson?
Yep.
It is indeed. Anson goes across goal, and he finds Buddha Withers, who marks 48 metres out, 45-degree angle, and has the perfect breeze behind him, Scotty Fraser, for JJ's Waste and Recycling.
Right behind him, no worries about the distance. Boys, I think Chilton have got to roll the dice here. We might be halfway through the quarter right now. I think they've got to move McWilliams somewhere forward, get Kyle McGee up. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, but they need McGee up there making some play.
Withers, booming, long, penetrating drop punt for a Union Hotel. Goal of the day. And Barney know it. They stretch the lead to 15 points. Caden Withers delivers when they need it most. And the Tigers are finishing full of running, 3 in a row. David Wink.
Around the grounds, thanks to NZ Albury, the Saints, Myrtleford, have defeated North Albury by a sole point and earned themselves the double chance. So they will play Lavington next week, and North Albury, they will play the Wangaratta Magpies in the elimination final in the Ovens and Murray. David Wink for Mac Jack Sheds.
Yeah, look, it's been a really even performance for Barnawartha here. There's no one standing out really on the stat sheet. There's just a real even performance, and all these young guys are going along with the experience. Is a really good mix at the moment.
Luff, he's gone into the ruck. They have made a move, Scooter, as you called for. Brooks left it behind. Hibberson's been busy. He's trying hard for the Swans. That was the coach in Brad. Umpire calls for a stoppage. We'll ball the footy up.
Brooks is down with cramp by the look of it, boys.
He's been carrying that niggle all day as well. Luff's going to try and leap in the ruck. Here's Jones. Nice handball to Sorensen, who breaks away for the Swans. Down the line, Quinn. Handball was smothered. Well done there in an impacting contest there from Rocco. Turn over to the Tigers. Breaking away here is Johnson. That was Tom. Long down the line, trying to find Sam Johnson. Happy for it to go out of bounds, and those little moments make such a big impact in finals footy, Scooter.
Yeah, Declan Rocco there just knew that it was allowable to put his hand up and block that handball, and as we see, Ashton Brooks coming off with cramp.
So Brooks comes off, and it'll be Bodie Hibberson goes on. We've gone 16 and a half minutes on the Japo Donks time clock, and they need the next 3 goals to Chilton if they are to get themselves back in front.
Vandermeer's loose here for the Swans.
Tap over the back. They'll keep it in, Chilton. No, they won't. Johnny on the street. Those kids are close there on that boundary line. There, get them back there. Very close indeed. So the ball will spin back into play. Just repeating, Myrtleford have beaten North Albury by a point Clever tap over the back by Seamus Quinn. Target was Spence. Barnawartha get it through Brad Hibberson. So Chilton, they kick it inside, almost inside forward 50. Tommy Johnson runs from half back. They've got space here. Marcus taken the middle of the ground there by Matt Del Bosco. Nice little chipping kick. Gus, they're away here. Carter has it. They'll load up inside forward 50. Well done there. At the back was Gleeson. Handball inside. Sammy Johnson to wrap the game up. Goes bang. Yes, sirree. Barney look home. 2 goals to Sammy Johnson.
Oh,
hello. And 17 and a half minutes gone in the quarter. The lead is now stretched out to 21 points. What do you see, Scooter?
yeah, Patrick Walls just had a fair crack at Josh Spence there, but they've both got up. All good. Josh Spence, he knows what the score is, so he's not too bothered about fighting back.
David Wink on the Mac Jack Sheds.
7 inside 50s to Barney this quarter. That's where the dominance is. Chilton only got inside 53 times, which was really early in the quarter.
64 to 43, 21-point lead here. The Swans are going to need 4, and they've only kicked 6 for the day. It's going to be tough here for Chilton. But that's the beauty of the double chance. They'll live to see another day. Back in the middle of the ground, slapped forward by Withers. Now it's in the hands of Farwell. Barney have gone to another level here in the fourth and final term for the X-Ray group. In dispute. Going to fall the way here of Anson. Left it behind. Johnson had a crack. On hands and knees is Jones. Breaking his way through. Shannon. Cooper out wide. Nice tackle from Daly. In dispute. Ben Gould for the Swans. On the boot, down the line. McGee made a contest for Chilton. Then he picked up the Sharon. Breaks away on the right, does McGee. High up and under. Chilton have a few to beat. Good contest there from Walker. Brought it front and square. Barney survive a scare. They bring it out to Anson, and this is what the season campaigner is going to do. Take a bit of time. Take a bit of sting out of the game. He'll pump it long down the line.
Yeah.
No, he's going to switch it, Robbie.
Well, on the Jappo Donks time clock, Gussie, it's 19 minutes have gone, and Adam Mudra was there close by to Tommy Anson. He just pointed to his watch as they go forward again. Good play there by Rocco. Drives it deep into attack. Spence was there. He might reef it back out of that pack. No, he won't. It's closed down 15 metres out from the Barnawartha goal. Scooter Fraser for JJ's Waste and Recycling.
I was a bit worried when Tommy Anson centred the ball there. It could have been easy to take some time and go down the line, but geez, what a measured kick, and then a good mop up by Rocco, and they're in the forward 50.
Mick Williams breaks away for the Swans on the left. To stay inside the field of play.
Out the full.
Out of bounds on the full. It's going to be a free kick here. Going to go the way of the Barnawartha Tigers. They're going to bring it inboard. In the hands here of Withers. Waiting for an option. Low Chisler. Into the path of Carter. And Carter can go back to ice the game for the Tigers.
He's been good today, Jimmy Carter.
He has been.
Well, he was the one that let the ball go right in front of us here into Anson's arms as well. So good talk by the Barney boys.
So here's Tom Carter. He's going to wind up from all of 50 metres here to the Gap Road end. This to officially book Barney's ticket into the major semi-final. The left foot kick is sensational. Barney are going to win the qualifying final here at the MCG of the Bush. 70 plays 43. It's a Union Hotel goal today, and the TCM scoreboard is starting to severely favour the Barney Tigers. 10-10-70 to 6-7-43. The Tigers are home. Winky for Mac Jack Sheds.
Well, we spoke about it at half-time. The rotation down that Chilton had could come back to Herdman. Barnawartha has been rotating seriously heavily in this last quarter, and Chilton have only got 2 on the bench, so it makes it hard. They've just been able to run over the top of them in this last term.
Well, Winky, to paint the picture, if you've just joined us, Bodie Hibberson kicked a goal early in this final term to put Chilton in front. The response by Barnawartha has been 5 goals in a row across the next 20 minutes. So, yeah, it's impressive stuff for them. And they look like they've got plenty of run in the legs, this Barnawartha side. They look fit.
Yeah, they're young and they've got permission to run. Moose Quinn just went back out on the ground, and as that goal was kicked, I said, mate, sit down, have a rest, it's over. And he said, no, I'm buzzing. I'm getting back out there.
The Moose.
He's off to Bali tomorrow, Big Moose.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Not available next week, is he?
Not on the Saturday, no.
Well, there you go. Well, I don't think they're going to play it any other day unless they play it midweek, Winky. But
we'll be in Bali then too, Robbie. So
here you go, Chilton forward, but they're just breaking down there across there. And Well, it looks like it's young Tregello out there, who's gone more to a wing sort of half-back role here, Gussie, and he provided a few fireworks early in the game.
He certainly did. Kick was in towards a bit of space, smothered off the boot, but Barney, kick inside 50. Mason intercepts here for the Swans, who's been solid in the fourth term for the X-Ray group. Ben Mason at half-back, chipping ball to Lappin. Lappin wants to play on, kick it out there quickly, and he finds Cooper. Cooper across half-back for the red and white. Sharon in hand as a bit of an eerie sense reeks across Sandy Creek here. And a Truro Aubrey netball update. I know scores will level at three-quarter time between Kiwa, Sandy Creek and Tallangatta. We'll keep you posted as best we can there.
Oh, I thought you had the final result, Gus.
Well, the final result is the game still going, Robert.
Oh, right. A late start?
Normal start time. Of course,
right.
A grade kicks off quite late now with the 7 grades of netball.
Okay.
Switch out wide from Shannon. It's a nice-looking kick. Mark has been taken for Chilton. They want to play on quickly. Wall, inside 50. Not the best bounce. Barnawartha are going to work out in favour here. Tregello, long down the scoreboard side wing. Wilding's worked up the ground, brought it front and centre, and pumped inside 50. Here's a foot race. Anson got some running to do. Shannon's hot on his heels. Anson for the Tigers. Clever pick-up from Tom. Handballing over the top. Oscar Wilding. There's your qualifying final. Simply superb from the Barney Tigers. A great outdoors player of the day. And Oscar Wilding seals off what has been an emphatic final term from the Barney Football Club.
That just shows the experience of Tom Anson, to lead to the ball but then double back, make space over the top of it, and the rest of them overran it. Just fantastic. You just love that experience of Tommy, and that's why most of these young blokes are just up and about for Barney. As Cohen Tregello comes off and reminds the Chilton boys about a couple of 50-metre penalties that they've forgotten about.
He's got the scoreboard in his favour, young Cohen, at the moment. And, Winky, I would imagine there's been a bit of a landslide shift in the amount of inside 50s go Barnawarthas this way in the final term for Mac Jack Sheds.
Well, 11-5, Robbie, but Tommy Anson, he's up to 26 disposals for the game. He's just class. He's been a gun in this competition for a long, long time, and speed's probably not his best attribute.
He was okay there.
He took off, and Oscar Wilding and him teamed up very well there to get that goal and seal the game for the Tigers.
I've had Gus give me tips on horses that have gone a lot slower than that. So
you and I both.
Don't you worry about that. Now, here we go off half-back. Picking it up here is over the top was clever there from Clark Stanek. And the whistle's gone. The free kick's going to go the way. This young fella who come into the game today, Rocco, has gone okay there, Winky.
He has gone all right. Also coming for Jack Chesser, who we believe's out
Crook. Just a bit crook in the guts. Hey, Brad Del Bosco's got the ball in his hand, not for the first time today. Can you tell me, for Mac Jack Sheds, how many times he has had it in his hand?
He's had 27, Robbie, and 5 in this last term.
Wow. How'd you like to be doing votes today, Winky? It'd be a tough call down there at the Barnawartha Tigers den as Moose Quinn, he finally got one. He's finally got one. He's been pushed out of the Moose and he's won himself a free kick. And he's a bit indecisive here, Gus, but he's saying what he's actually doing is wasting time.
Well, he's going to kick the ball here. And that's all right from Moose.
Look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
Centimetre perfect.
He says, stick that up, you Gus.
You'll be watching that in the with a couple of bintangs next week from Barley. Mick Williams, hot on the heels, defensive block. Umpires paid a free kick to Barney. I reckon Mick Williams is a bit stiff there. He did slide in, but he got all of the ball and none of the leg, and it's going to result in a set shot for Wilding, Scooter Fraser for JJ's waist.
Yes, and when the game's over, when Adam Mudridge's shaking hands with a few of the league stalwarts over here, Dougie Williams and Rossi Williams, might just want to put a few of put the Pontiac and the Cadillac back in the garage. I don't know why Josh Spencer's going back on.
Just thinking the exact
Have
same
a rest,
things.
Spencer. You've got next week to go.
He might be going a full back for all we know.
He's
Here's
just giving me
Wilding.
the wink.
I saw him wink at you there, Scoot.
Oscar Wilding, back-to-back goals. He's got a handful, big O. Started slow, finished strong. Oscar Wilding caps off what has been a big final term for the Barney Football Club. They're running away with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the trot here in the fourth term for the X-Ray group.
Yeah, they've just run over the top of the Chilton Swans here. And this young, energetic group that Muddy's got on his hands, I haven't seen Kiwa play this year, but if they play this sort of footy, Barney, they're going to take it right up to them, I'd imagine, because they got some serious pace and they're the dare that they take the game on
Yep.
has been really impressive as well, Robbie.
Yeah, tender agree for you there, Winky. And again, they're going to bring the ball out through the middle. Caden Withers, who's been really good. Very solid game from Bud. I don't think you taken his stats today, are you, Winky?
No, not today.
No, but he's been really good in that midfield there and kicked a nice long goal there early in this quarter to start this charge. And there he is, Brad Del Bosco, if you don't mind. Another big mark across half-back. A great outdoors mark of the day contender. Not for the first time today. And there's Withers. We spoke about him. Now using the ball, inside ball now, went over the head of Quinn, missed it. Brad Hibberson intercepts. He'll drive it towards Doolan. It's a nicely weighted kick. Gives him Doolan a chance to run onto it. Pivot, swivel, high, free kick. Mark Doolan will go back and have a shot from 30.
Yeah, you'll go back and what will be at best a consolation attempt as the cars start to scatter out and make their way back to their home venues. But this will be nothing but consolation. The beauty of the Chiltern Football Club and their win last week was they secured a double chance.
Yeah.
So they'll live to see another day.
And Doolan comes in, normally a pretty good kick on goal. He's just shaved that one to the right-hand side. And veteran goal umpire Tony Lade gives us the one-finger salute. Nothing rude about it, Winky. It's just a minor score.
One of the all-time greats is Tony Lade.
38-point margin, Barnawartha lead. And we have gone 28 minutes on the Jappo Donks time clock. And that is on the Tallangatta Construction and Maintenance scoreboard.
At full-back, it's Del Bosco. Happy to chip the ball into the pocket here for the Tigers. And he finds Pritchard. The Barney back six have been emphatic today.
Yeah, yep.
Really strong. None of the big key forwards for Chiltern have had a massive impact on the game. And I can't help but think the Barney back six have done a big job in doing so. Lappin's worked his way up the ground here for Chiltern. Handballs backwards, finds a teammate, McWilliam. Shovels it back to Luff, and now Luff back to Sorensen. On the right, down the line. Big ask here for Vandermeer. Seen out of bounds for a boundary throw in. 28 minutes gone. We'll go boundary side for JJ's waist. Scooter Fraser.
You're exactly right about the Barney back six, and I'm going to say this loud enough that Adam Mudra can hear me, but Will Pritchard has taken a target today in Doolan that he's got to be proud of. It's only had 3 shots at goal and been a fantastic battle.
Yep, good shout. Handball out the back by Farwell. Goes to Matt Del Bosco, high up and under. Oh, Josh Spence flew high. Here he is, Sammy Johnson. Little chip over the top, beautiful. Wielding marks. And he's already kicked 2 this quarter. He has 3 for the game. He'll go back and have a shot from about 45 metres, and this will test him, Angus.
I reckon he's got the leg from here, Big O, and he's sort of found his groove here in the last term. He was a little bit off the mark and a bit skewy for early days, but he's found his measure as the siren sounds, and this will be after the siren for Big O. It'll extend the margin to 43 if he can salute Robbie.
All right. He'll kick it from just inside the 50, from 48 metres. Wielding, he struck it well, but he has pushed it to the right-hand side, Gussie, I think for about his 4th point.
Correct.
3 goals, 4. So that ends the scoring. It also ends the game. So qualifying final day 2025 to kick things off on the Duns Twin City Tallangatta League Football Final Series sees Barnawartha 12-11-83 defeat Chilton 6-8-44. They'll take on Kiwa Sandy Creek here next Saturday. And that, of course, Chilton, who lose today, they'll take on the winner of tomorrow's game, the elimination final between Beechworth and Thaguna.
We might even see if Scoot can catch up with Muddy now. I know he's got the headphones off and they're probably chatting about a few bits and pieces that are a bit more important. We might see if we can go to you, Scoot, for a quick chat with Muddy. He's a very happy coach, Adam Mudra.
Yeah, he certainly is. A smile on his face tells the story, mate. Those young boys, you give them a free run, and look what they did.
Oh, look, we were really pleased, obviously, with what they did today. We've challenged them all season, including the pre-season. That it's a big step from being young, talented juniors to being bona fide senior footballers. And I think you've seen today that the step that they continue to make. We're not by far the finished product. We still got a lot of growing and developing to do, but we're getting there. We're getting there fast.
You're the king of deflection, mate. You got to realise you got a bloody good team at your hands, and realise that you're only a couple of steps away from a grand final with some very young blokes. We mentioned this morning that the likes of Carter, Walker, Evans. They haven't got a lot of game time in them. 3, 4, 7 games of senior footy. What is it? Just something you've just given them the allowance to do?
Oh, look, at the end of the day, you know, we see how much these boys have grown and developed, you know, over the pre-season and the proper season. So, you know, we're really, really confident that, you know, they can come out here and perform at a really high level. You know, we don't pick people because we think they're okay footballers. We trust them to play a role and execute a role, and that's so different from player 1 to player 21. That's our mantra: play a role, execute our role, and we're getting really good buy-in and really good traction from everyone in the group.
Yeah, and that trust, but also those young blokes can look up to a bloke like Brad Del Bosco today for those intercept marks, the kick from the back line, getting forward, to Spencer standing up today. What a game by him, and then obviously Oscar finishing it off.
Yeah, we've got some fantastic leaders, you know. Like I know we talk about this young emerging list with a high amount of talent, but they're surrounded by exceptional leaders and great experience who communicate so well on the field. So, you know, whilst we might have 14 or 15 of our guys that are 24 and under, they're surrounded by high level, high character people who can, you know, educate and coach on the run. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the best coaching is done within game.
You better let him go, Muddy, because the song's about to be sung, Scoot.
I will let him go, and all the best, mate. Good luck next week.
Gussie, we're keeping receipts. I saw you pick Chilton on the back bar, mate, so I'm keeping receipts, mate. I'm after you.
We'll get the song, boys.
Adam Mudra, just a little bit of a right jab on the way through.
You're being accustomed to these right jabs coming your way these days, aren't you, Gussie?
Don't worry, they come in thick and fast. Barney too strong, 12-11-83 to Chilton 6-8-44. They'll sing the song loud and proud, will the Barney boys, and they'll have a date next week with Kiwa Sandy Creek here next Saturday. We'll try and make our way into the rooms here with Scooter Fraser for the song. Full time here at the MCG of the Bush, and they were emphatic in the final turn, the Tigers.
They were, Gussie. We probably thought they wasted an opportunity maybe to put the game to bed in the third quarter. They kicked 2 goals 5. They come out and they responded by kicking 7 goals 1 in that final term, and they were able to turn it around because Chilton had kicked the first goal of that final term, and then I think it was 7 straight goals that summed it all up.
Have a look at the way those flags are going. So they didn't take advantage of it in the third quarter, and then it switched and the wing went the other way, and they took advantage of it fully.
Here's the song. No, we might have just lost Scooter there. No, we've just lost him. There's too much. I reckon that's a good old-fashioned Gatorade shower. Yeah. That one there that Scoot might be copying. But the Barney Tigers, they were too strong in the end, 83-44. 7 goals on the trot in that final turn to see them get over the line. And they were simply emphatic here in the post-game show. Thanks to our good friends at Bill Tilley. Of course, he's supporting local sport here in Benambra. And, of course, our good friends at Border Cleaning Services. Really good final turn from Barnawartha. They'll take a lot of momentum coming from this game going into next week against Kiwa Sandy Creek. Yeah. And they'll also have in the memory bank that they are the only team in the competition that have knocked off the Hawks this year. Yeah, correct, Gus. I was just about to say that, that when you reflect back on that result earlier in the year, I think it was around about midway through the season, that now comes back to fruition because it gives them a lot of confidence. The other thing they've got on their side too, you got a guy like Adam Mudra who knows the Kiwa Sandy Creek players so well, having been involved in that club. And you can't underestimate that, Winky, just how much value that adds to the Barnawartha dream of progressing into a bit deeper in this final series.
Well, Adam Mudra would have had a lot to do with those Kiwa Sandy Creek guys being the footballers they are. He would have had them from when they were a bit younger and taught them, the ins and outs of how to be a senior footballer, and the professionalism you need, because Adam Mudra is as good as they come.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So, really, the only point they kicked in that last quarter was, I think, the final shot on goal. After going behind after that early Bodie Hibberson goal, they kicked 7 straight. And, Oscar Wilding there, he kicked 3. Josh Spence ended up with 3 and a couple there to Sammy Johnson. But Scooter Fraser's rejoined us up here, and just 6 single goal kickers for Chilton. They just looked to lack it up forward a bit today.
Yeah, I guess we...
Sorry, mate, just turned you off. You're back on.
Oh, rightio. Thought I was going home for a minute there.
Taking me seat too.
Oh, look, I've just been, Muddy and the boys in there, they're just so ecstatic. And as Muddy said, they're so process-driven, and when the processes come out, you see footy like that. And we did see some of their legends, the better players for Barney for a long time play good footy today. And I hate the word lesser lights. It's probably the guys that aren't as well known that have stood up today. Too many to name.
Sam Johnson's one that I was really impressed with.
I did say that. I was actually asking Muddy if I could have a chat to Sam Johnson when you guys said to talk to Muddy, but he was very impressed with Sam Johnson today and how clean he was, not breaking stride, taking marks, 3 or 4 times and got on the scoreboard as well. We really can't discount the Swans though. To lose O'Hara very early, they're lacking a little bit. With Quinn being on top of McWilliams in the middle in the ruck contests. And I think Kyle McGee, I don't know whether he was crook today, but he was just a little bit off. And a few times when he went forward, I don't know whether he's got a sore back or not, but we might see a different Chilton next Sunday. And hopefully they can fight back.
Scoot, you had the privilege of awarding our Union Hotel goal of the day. I mean, there was a few contenders. Ben Mason's goal from the pocket was certainly one. Maybe even leaning towards the back end of the day with Oscar Wilding. A couple. Did you find a goal of the day for the Union Hotel?
Yeah, there was some great ones, and obviously Spencer's early in the day here from tight on the boundary line. But I think the one that really sealed the day was that big bomb by Caden Withers.
Yes.
That to me was just where you sort of thought Chilton can't come back.
I like it.
So I've still got it in my hand here, but I will find Caden
track
Withers.
down, Buddha.
I might.
I'll tell you what, it's going to a good home.
We both might go for a meal on the way home at the Union Hotel with this $30 voucher.
I reckon Buddha might spend it on schooners, not a meal schooner.
Before we wrap things up, Winky, who were the leading disposal getters on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet?
Brad Del Bosco had 29 for Barnawartha. Tommy Anson had 25. And then for Chilton, the captain, Benny Mason, had 24. And then the coach, Brad Heberson, had 23.
Here, thanks to Border Carpets. And, of course, our friends at Border Cleaning Services. Gents, tomorrow's game, the elimination final. The winner will take on Chilton next Sunday. Bearing in mind, Chilton went this route to win a flag a few years ago, so they won't be too uneasy, but they will take on the winner of tomorrow's clash between the Battle of the Blue and Reds. It's Thaguna versus Beechworth. Pre-game coverage from 1 o'clock on 1494 2AY on the AM dial. And, of course, the live stream will be back up and running once again. Thaguna's side just looks a little bit battered and bruised, Scooter.
In some ways, but I'm going to tip them. I really think they're coming here to make amends and really want to prove that a few of the pickups that they had earlier in the year, that it's worthy of playing out at this great ground. So I think it's going to be a cracker, though. I really hope that it opens up earlier than like today's game. But, I just think the Doggies might have a little bit more to prove tomorrow.
All thanks to our good friends at Border Cleaning Services. Gents, I think we'll wrap things up here this afternoon from the MCG. The Bush, a good game of footy. I think Barney, the better side in the final term. They come out in front. But I tell you what, if these two sides do happen to meet again, it'll be game on.
Yeah, I think if you look back at Chilton today, Braden O'Hara and Mitchie Hemmings, probably almost their two best players from the week before. The win over Rutherglen.
The vice captain.
Yeah, and I think that really did hurt them. But you can't take away from Barney. They are just progressing this season in a beautiful path.
They certainly are. David Winkler, the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet. Well done to you.
Thank you, Angus. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Robert McKinlay, go home and have a little nap, siesta.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to just doing something normal tomorrow.
Jet lagged.
Oh.
You flying home from here or the helicopter?
Got the chopper?
No, it'll be just a steady little drive home, yeah.
And Scott Scooter Fraser, thanks to JJ's Waste and Recycling. Looking forward to getting back here tomorrow, Scoot.
Absolutely, boys. Thanks for coming out and starting off the final series for 2025.
Jason Mannering did a cracking job behind the lens, and Luke and Jackson from Wangarun Indigo Computers bringing you the live stream here at the MCG of the Bush. Full time, 12:11:83, the Barnawartha Tigers, Chilton 6:8:44. The TDFL finals back tomorrow from 1 o'clock, thanks to NZ Albury and Wade Smith Plumbing, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Duns Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy.
Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant.
But it will get you to where you want to go.
Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Duns Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes.